Hello everybody and welcome to the final day of the PCCL, the PUBG Console Carnage League. My name is Ben, I am your host for today. You might know me from the Beard Guys over on Twitch and YouTube. Today I am going to be observing and casting this event for you, much like I have done for the previous 3 weeks. So, if you're just joining us late in the tournament, this has been a 4-day final. We've had 4 games on each day, making 16 total games that the teams are playing across the finals. 16 teams, well 15. Q1 were disqualified partway through, so we have 15 teams remaining that are playing through to decide the winner. For those that have been following, you'll probably be aware that Avita are looking pretty comfortable in the lead right now. I think that's fair to say. They have a fairly commanding lead that we'll take a look at in just a moment. But there's some interesting other battles going on, particularly in the mid-table and for, I think, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th positions. All looking quite interesting at the moment. Last week really shook things up a lot, I think. There was a lot of unexpected results last week. Some of the teams that had done quite well in weeks 1 and 2 had a poor week last week, and then some of the teams that had been quite poor in weeks 1 and 2 suddenly came out of nowhere and had some huge games last week. So I think last week was week 3, day 3 was definitely the most interesting one to have seen so far, certainly in my opinion. We'll have a little look at the leaderboard. The first game will be starting in just under 10 minutes, so not long to wait before we get stuck in. Hello to everyone in chat. Hello to everyone who is saying hello to me. We are running a 5-minute delay today, so I can't really read chat and talk to you like I normally would. But you know, hello, hi, nice to see you. Great to be here. Big thank you to PUBG for inviting me along to do the casting for this. It's a real pleasure to have done this across the events. I really enjoyed doing this, particularly for console stuff. I've done a reasonable amount of casting for PUBG PC stuff over the last year or 2, but it's a real pleasure to be involved with the console side of things. That's obviously where the focus of our content is console, and we've been a part of the PUBG console scene since it very first went live. So it's a real pleasure to be involved with the first ever official PUBG EU tournament hosted by PUBG. And may there be many more in the future. If you have any feedback on the PCCL that you want to leave, you can do that either on the Discord. There's a command in Twitch chat. You can pull that up, or you can go to the PUBG support Twitter account and leave your feedback there. Hopefully, everyone's going to think it's all gone brilliantly, and we'll do another one of these in the future. I'd like to see another event like this happen with more teams and more qualifiers and more days and just you know, I think that'd be really good. And the more teams we can bring in, then the healthier the competition will be, and you know, and the more fun it will be because we'll have a lot more people involved. So I'd really like to see that happen. Hopefully it will. I don't know if it will or not, but I hope it does because that'd be awesome. Big thank you to our sponsors for this event. We've had Scuff Gaming Performance Controllers sponsoring the PCCL over all 4. They will the whole event through qualifiers and finals. So big shout out to Scuff for that. So let's have a little look at the leaderboards for you all, and we can catch up with where we are going into week 4. So as we can see, Avita are top, 12 games played. Avita are on 185 points. 185 points. Pretty good lead. Second team BT are in 93 points, so they've nearly got 100 points lead on BT. So it's looking pretty wrapped up for Avita now. It's technically possible that they wouldn't win, but another one of these next 3 teams would have to have 4 amazing games, and Avita have 4 not very good games for that to happen. So it's looking pretty set for Avita right now, I think. But I think it's the kind of best of the rest that looks quite interesting to me. BT, SMB, Smiling Butchers, Volt Esports, Avenger Gaming, Rascals, maybe RMV, depends. I mean, they had a really good week last week. If they have another one like that, they can contest top 3. So there's I think there's a lot to play for over those second and third positions. There's prizes for that, and there's also, there's bragging rights at stake, right? There's a big difference between finishing in second place and finishing in 7th place. So we'll just run through some of the risers and some of the fallers on that table in just 1 second while I get myself into the lobby so I can be put in the observer slot. There we go, all sorted. So just a few minutes, 4 minutes, I believe, till we start game 1. So we are very nearly there. So as we look at the leaderboard, so Vita have been strong every game so far, every week so far. Well, not every game, but every week so far they've been very strong and obviously well ahead. BT were looking like the team that was going to maybe be able to contest them after week 2. They had 2 good weeks, first and second weeks, and then last week BT had an absolute nightmare day. And they just had some really, really bad results. I think they'd done, in their first week, BT had, this is BT1, by the way, Beyond Talent. They've got 2 teams in it, but BT1, they had 47 points on day 1, which is really strong. 34 on day 2 is another strong day. And they only managed 12 points on day 3. So BT didn't really make up any ground on Avita. In fact, they lost ground on Avita last week. But everyone else kind of caught up. The ones I particularly wanted to mention, really, from last week were VE, RMV, and Rascals. VE have had 2 very consistent weeks. Last week and the week before, they finished pretty solidly, and they've got themselves up there into 4th place. Just 1 point behind Smiling Butchers here, sitting in 3rd. Rascals and RMV were both ones that have been quite low down the tournament, and then just had massive weeks last week. RMV were, I think, 15th before the games last week. They came into week 3 and like 15th or something. They were almost bottom, right down the bottom. They had 12 points, I think, from the first 2 days. And then they came in last week and they got 49 points on day 3. This is RMV. Results may vary. And I think 49 points is the highest any team has had outside of Avita. So I don't know where that came from RMV, but they got a ton of kills and a ton of points last week and absolutely flew up the leaderboard from sort of 15th to 7th. So if they can do that again, they'll be in the top 3. Same for Rascals. They were not quite as low, but they were sort of lowish down, and they just had a really good day last week. They were slaying. Timmy was really slaying, particularly last week, and Bobber. And yeah, they've thrown themselves up into contention. So going to be very interesting to see what some of those teams can manage to do. If we have a quick look, we just got a couple of minutes till the game starts, so we'll just have a quick look at the top fraggers. Is quite interesting as well. Well, I mean, interesting if you like, just looking at a big long list of Avita getting tons of kills. We've got Sweeney sitting up at the top. This is over all 12 games so far, by the way. So Sweeney from Avita is top with 31, joint top, I should say, with Gar, who is also on 31. I'm not quite sure why it puts, I guess does it do on assist? What does it do it on? Headshots? Because it's put Sweeney ahead of Gar at the top here, and there's no bias here, but they are on equal kills, and Gar has more down but not outs, more assists, and quite a lot more damage, so I'm not quite sure what the backup stat is there. I think it's just going alphabetical. But equal, really, equal for the boys from Avita. I'm sure they'll be trying to see who can come out top there. Gar and Sweeney seem to be moving around quite a lot together, I've noticed, in their splits they run. So they've been taking on a lot of teams as a pair, as we saw them do against BT. I think in week 2, they came up against one of the BT teams and wiped them pretty successfully. Lou is just 1 point behind now, sitting on 30. So that's the top 3 fraggers are all the SMB gang, the Avita gang. But we do have SMB coming in just behind. Fanboy coming in 4th there with 24 kills. Then Donnie from BT, Stanners, BT Blackie, Foxy, Polonara, Likey's, Sawyer, Pigeon, Mushu, Dope, Morzelli. So kind of mix of teams once you get outside that top 3. SMB, Smiling Butchers is an interesting one. They had a good couple of first days. Day 1 and day 2, they'd done quite well. And then day 3, they were having a bit of a bad one. They were dropping down. They were having an okay day, but there were some of these mid-table, low-table teams were having huge days, like VE, like Rascals, like RMV, and AVR, Avenger Gaming, did quite well as well. And that had pushed SMB right down into, I think, 5th or 6th at one stage. But then SMB came in for the last game last week, and they managed to drop. I think they got 10 kills. We had a Everest finish, a mountain finish on Erangel in the final game last week that SMB managed to get themselves some nice points, and they just got themselves back into 3rd place, but by one point. So it's close. It's very close. If you're wondering about the format of the games, it's going to be the same as the other days. So we have Erangel, then Sanhok, then Vikendi, and then one final game on Erangel. And that is going to be the end of the tournament. It's the final 4 games of the tournament. So let's see what the teams can do. Let's see if something miraculous can happen and someone can somehow take down Avita. Or let's otherwise see who can take the 2nd and 3rd spot. There's everything to play for. It's 93 points for 2nd, 85 for 3rd, 84, 79. So not many points in it between, down to 6th, 7th place, up to 2nd. I think any of those teams down to RMV could feasibly finish in the top 3. And maybe even lower down if they have some crazy games. But I think it's really going to be 7th and above. These teams here, RMV, Rascals, AVR, VE, SMB, and BT1 are all going to be scrapping over those 2nd and 3rd places. So the lobby is just going to start now. I am just loaded in. We're going to be getting going in just a moment. Let me just put my camera in a sensible place. It's been a real pleasure using the new observer features. So if you don't follow console customs or console tournaments very closely, there was some big changes recently to the observer mode in PUBG on console. We had a lot of features added that weren't available before, that we now have, and we can do all sorts of stuff that just wasn't an option before. So we can hopefully we can definitely give you a much better, more rich viewing experience. So that's good. That was a lot of fun last week. We were able to use player cam a lot more last week. We were able to move instantly across the map by clicking on it, which is just something you couldn't do before. And moving out and into player cam and back out again was really nice. You also get nice little quality of life features like the trajectory being shown for throwables, for frags, for smokes, etc., which is nice. You get the little outlines around the players so you can see the players through terrain, through buildings and stuff like that. So a lot of nice changes made that's given a much better viewing experience, I think, for day 3 and day 4, which we are now on for the PUBG Console Carnage League. But without further ado, we will now jump into the game for game number 1 of day 4 of the PCCL. It is time for us to go. So, as I mentioned, game 1, is going to be on Erangel. Then we are followed by a Sanhok, a Vikendi, and a Erangel. We've got a nice, easy plane for everybody, straight down the middle, no dramas. Everyone can go wherever they want. And let's see what they go for. I'm kind of curious to see how Avita decide to play today. They've got such a massive lead. I feel they might try and be a bit more aggressive, do something a bit different. They don't really need to panic too much with the ridiculous lead they've got. So interested to see if they mix things up, try and go for some memes, or if they just try and maximize their points. We'll see. It's looking pretty busy at Yasnaya. We've got 3 teams coming in on Yasnaya by the look of it. Let's move our camera over there while everyone else gets out of the plane. SMB here going north up to Severny. Avita going for their normal drop down here, which we've seen them do every Erangel game so far. There was one game when the plane didn't really put that on, so they went sort of around Stauber compounds. But otherwise, it has been down at this little group of compounds they've gone for every time. The other SMB team, find my little list of which SMB team is which. This is Alex, so that is SMB Knife Squad down on Military Island here. We've got RMV and AVR down near Ferry Pier. Got to be careful down there, Mushu. Looks like Team Finland have gone over Gatka way, and our circle has popped east for us. There we go. So a little bit like week one. Week one, we had an Erangel finish just down by small power around here. But last week's one was, where did we go? We ended up on Everest last week in the final game. We had a game finish in Pachinki Fields for one of them. And we had a game one, I think, finished up near Severny last week. We were right up by Severny, sort of around where Dope is. Just here was the finish, or Fanboy really, wasn't it? It was up by Fanboy. So here's our boys down in Yasnaya. They haven't started scrapping yet, but there are 3 teams down here, so could get interesting. We got we got BT down here. This is BT2, I believe. CR here and Lake are down here as well. Here we are dropping in with Beast for just a moment. Yeah, so this is BT2. Then we got CR, which is Cranks Esport. And we've got Lake knocking about down here as well. Here we are with Beastly. So, going to get interesting when these guys move in. There's a lot of teams. Well, there's a few teams just in their way as they decide to move, as they make their way into the zone. We've got VE with a nice split here. They've got a lot of options for taking up positions in this play zone. Pizza and Paella here, they've done their usual drop as well. That also gives them some nice options with the prison and Hall of Fame kind of split. They've gone for in Shelter. And then we've got S&D have stuck with what they know and gone down to Milta here. Milta Power, I should say. They've done that each game. I think Pigeon is sitting this one out. We've got all the S&D boys. That's what Neuro, Palmer, Paperboy, and Legends, I believe. So no Pigeon today. They did have 5 players. So they have made a substitute to mix it up, give everyone a chance. Here's the Lake boys getting themselves looted over in the H buildings here. Lake quit here running the VSS. I'm not sure he's going to stick with that for the duration, but would be impressive to see. Particularly on an Erangel game. So we do have, if you don't follow console PUBG, we have had the same update basically that PC had. So we have had the barrel nerf, we have had the SLR nerf for, you know, the difference they make. Certainly the barrel one I think has been fairly, you know, minor the effect it's had, I would say, particularly on people's, you know, the loadouts people have chosen to use in leagues and tournament play. Still a very, very popular gun. The SLR is a little bit more noticeable, I would say. The velocity of it is a little bit more noticeable, but it is still, again, a very powerful and very popular gun. But does just very slightly even things up a little bit with the other ARs, having the barrel damage reduced. Makes maybe the AK and the M4 just that little bit more of a viable option to run. So a few teams making their way in now. SMB here are going to be rolling past Yasnaya, where we've got all of those teams hanging out. This is SMB1, or Smiling Butchers, I think. Yep. Dope and Co. They are taking some shots here as we get with the rest of the team. We'll just move over the guys who are right by. Yeah, a few hot shots going in on Fanboy there. He took a couple, nothing too severe, but he is taking shots. I think that's probably from a Lake getting some shots off here. This is Ang here trying to put some shots in. Dope's way out, but they're taking the shots. There we go. SLR barrels. So they're all lined up now for Josie. Let's see if they can hit some shots on Josie. Not managing to get anything there. But just keeping them honest. Keeping them honest. It's very busy over here. If we have a little fly around, there's a lot of teams in this Yasnaya area. This is this CR that's moved out here? No, this is, oh my lord, there's a few teams heading over here. So yeah, CR have actually headed up to the jump compound already. We've already got VE here, so it looks like VE and CR are going to be holding this together. And Rima here's got to be careful. There's a bunch of teams very nearby. CR, they haven't quite got in position, otherwise I think he would have been punished for that. And Rascal's Foss is over here on his own at the moment. I think he's going to want to get out of here, as there are 2 other full squads here. I'm not sure where the rest of the Rascals are, but they are not near enough to assist. So this one looking, well, the Rascals are coming. The Rascals are coming. Comes Cocky to join Foss. I'm not sure if Foss realizes that CR, I mean, surely he's seen CR. This feels like a very, oh, I don't think he has, otherwise there's a bit of a dip, but the push feels bold. Feels bold. Foss here has been absolutely lit up by the boys up here. Let's get up with Router. Peeking this little window here. Rima here trying to flank round a little bit. I think Rascals need to rethink this. I don't think it's going to work out for them. Yeah, they are going to get out of there. Especially with there's a squad already holding it. And another team at the other building as well. It's not going to be a good idea for them. Are they going to go for this tiny little compound there? Yep, I think they're going to try and take it. Going to try and hold it. Going to put them under a lot of gunfire, but if they can hide their vehicles, they might be right. D's here just getting the vehicle safe. They decided not to stick. Oh, and Rima's been hit. CR, they've wrapped around and they've taken out Rima. Look at this. Or sorry, they haven't wrapped around. It was Rima, actually, who went over this way and got caught out by CR. Did he even realize they were there? Because that is not somewhere you would have ended up if you realized the team was there. I mean, maybe did CR just run over here? They even got vehicles? I think CR just ran over. Maybe CR just jogged over and V were just caught unawares. Let's get in with Deebs. He's about to come up against 2 of CR. This isn't going to work out well for him, and he is dropped. Deebs is gone. It's just 2 of V left. CR have got to push this, surely clear it out and take the whole compound. It's a 4v2. Rouser and Sawyer left. Let's just keep an eye on everything else. Everyone clustering up in this center area here. You can see Avita down in the prison area. SMB over near Shelter at the moment. Here we are with Santi. So Sawyer taking up a sneaky position there at the bottom. Very sneaky. Drops Santi. Is anyone else this support? They are. Krypton is able to move in and drops Sawyer in there. And it's just 1 left remaining. Just 1 left. It's just Rouser at the top here. He doesn't have many options here. He's gone for the defensive molly. I'm not sure if he's going to try and fight all 4 of them off or get out of there. Not many options. They've got all 4 remaining for CR. He's just keeping those mollies going to keep himself safe for now. But they're only going to last so long. He's got none left. 1 frag and a few smokes here. They aren't pushing that just yet. They're holding still at the moment. They're thinking how to do it. They don't want to lose any players cheaply here. And he is out. He is out. Surely they'll hear him here. Yeah, they will hear that. They know he's out. They've got to know, yep. Well, they're checking upstairs anyway. I thought Santi would have heard that. Yeah, I think they trying to figure out where he's gone. He's gone very still now. That's a very sneaky position from Rouser here. Here's our new zone, by the way. It's popped. It's just moved down here, and we'll see what else is going on. Obviously, we've got Pizza and Pierre here, just taking this little compound. AVR just moving past. Here's BT1 up here in Mansion. There goes Rouser just took down Vaz. Oh, they found him. They found him. There's Vaz. Is he going to get the finish? He's so low. No, they got him. They got him. Nice. Good work by CR there. Got themselves 4 kills and didn't lose any players for it. And getting the smokes down nice and quickly to watch out for any flushing attempts from AVR. But it seems they're going to get away with that one. So Zone has popped a little bit south. That's going to force a few teams down. We've got Lake heading down. BT2 making their way down here. We've got BKG over here heading in from the sort of northeast. That area pretty busy up here. A lot of teams up that way, but AVR and Rascals looking pretty nice and central right now. I think CR have found themselves a little bit more to the north than they would like, but it's still a strong compound. And I mean, this one here is it's nice and central, but you don't have much to work with. Rascals with a little bit more to play with over in Hall of Fame. But it's this northeast area that looks like it's going to be the busy one. Let's get ourselves over with SND here. They're putting shots on BKG here as they go past. Here's Neuro. Yeah, nice hits on Ninja. They put him low, very low. They just need one more. Not able to land it in the end, but good hits there. Oh, AVR getting a little knock on Rascals there. That's scrapping in the middle of the zone. I imagine he's going to be pretty safe given the positions they had. So a bit of a split going on off here from Pizza and Pierre. This is Marcos and Alex that have taken, sorry, Doris and Alex that have taken the 4 here. And then we've got Marcos and Polonara just over to the north here. So nice little split from there. Oh, Lou just took out Wheelix. Oh, dear. Oh, that's not who you want to bump into. And Sweeney finishes him off. That was BKG trying to rock up past prison there. And they've just driven. Look at Wheelix. He drove right into the middle of all of that. Pretty unlucky route to take coming up against the Avita boys. Looking firm favourites going into the final day. They've also got RMV up the top here as well. Watty trying to make his way past between two teams here. Taking big hits from RMV. They are very close by. And there he goes. Watty is gone. Watty is out of there. And there we go. Kill on the board for RMV. How's the rest of the BKG boys going on? We've got Bush and Ninja left. They've got themselves over by the Woodyard. Or at least Bush has. I think Ninja's a little way off right now. So we're about to get a new zone pop for us. Let's just see what's going on over here with Sunny and see where the zone goes. It has shifted a little bit south again. We've got 2 crates down there. And it is SMB and Rascals that look like they're holding the best real estate right now in the play zone. Here's BT2. They're going to find themselves outside the zone up there. Going to have to move down. Sunny is already down here. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe he was just trying to hold a little dip there. But they are all going to have to make their way forward. And this position here, I think it's just in. It's just in at the moment for Team Finland here. But it's not really going to be a great spot for them. They're going to end up right on the edge there. And yeah, everyone is crashing down now. Let's follow some of these guys in and let's see what happens for them. I can see BT here. They're getting pretty close into SMB. There's not many people down in the south side of the zone if teams want to go somewhere a bit quieter. But everywhere central is very much taken. And SMB have got a big split going on here over shelter to hold the whole thing. So they should be able to contest that. We got this compound here sitting free. Looking pretty good. And there are just, oh my god, there are just people getting shot out of cars everywhere. That was Dope being dropped and Fanboy being dropped by AVR as they cruise past. Nice hits from AVR there. They're still holding this little compound here. Let's get ourselves up over this way. Tepsil's been dropped. This is Team Finland. It is just down to Lammy all on his own versus BT have pushed him. They're not pushing for a great position here, but they are able to get some kills on the board by pushing Team Finland. And it is going to be, I think, a 2v1. They've just got 2 up for BT at the moment. They may have a third, but no, they lost. The guy who was over in this dip here has been taken out by Lake, who pushed down to that dip. So it looks like Tepsil's going to get back up. I think Lammy's going to get their revive. BT not really been able to push this one thanks to Lake getting in this position. They're getting nice side shots, but then CR, I think CR are going to probably go a bit deeper than this, but they are coming back on that other side. Let's see where everyone is ending up as they move down. We've got BT and SMB down at Shelter. RMV in the southeast. S&D coming in from the southeast here. Let's move down and see what's going on over here. This is down by the Woodyard. We've got Palmer here. Palmer here versus Foxy. Palmer is very low. Foxy has backed off a little bit. He's going to get him here surely. Yeah, Palmer is gone. Palmer is gone. Here's Neuro. Just Neuro. Oh, they're just playing with Neuro Legends and Palmer, actually. They didn't have all 4 of their players, but he does drop Foxy. Nice knock from Neuro there. And that's just zipped left up. I think, no, Envy is left as well for RMV. So RMV had a huge game 1 last week. Not sure they're going to be able to replicate that. They are down to 2, maybe 3. He's going to get that revival. And Neuro's pushing for it. He needs to get that. He's not going to do anything too silly, but they have got him back on his feet. Foxy's back up. It's a nice knock, but he's going to get caught on the side here. Surely the frag's right on him. Right on him. It's a nice hit from Neuro, but not enough. Not enough. Legends dropped as well. And I think RMV will be able to... Yeah, they're going to get... 3 back up here. They're going to get 3 back up. So they're going to have Zipped, Envy, and Foxy still going. CR have just been wiped by a Lake. I guess CR tried to push that dip. Yeah, that was up here. So they did try and push that in the zone. Let's get ourselves central here. This is pushed back up to the northeast. We've popped back up. And there's not really much in the center of it. There's just trees and a road. So looks like Rascals and AVR still sitting. Nice spots. SMB, but BT and Lake up here. They're going to have to move down. And let's have a look over here. We got a Vita here. Where have Pizza and Pyre ended up? They've kind of switched places and ended up on the the prison hills. We've got Lou up the side of prison here. Drop ourselves in, see who these guys are shooting at. So just 1 kill on the board for Team Avita at the moment. Nice hit there from Sweeney, though, with the SLR. Heady on Marcus. Puts him low. Here's Gar. And what is it? So everyone's getting that shelter. Oh, Sweeney just got K9 by Alex. Nice hit on Sweeney. How is Sweeney caught out here? Let's see where Sweeney is. Oh, he might be able to... He's probably going to be able to get in cover from that. Where's the other... Pizza and Polnara, yeah, sorry, Pizza and Polnara, Pizza and Paella, yeah, the other two are a bit off, so I don't think they're going to be able to get that flush. Gar should be able to get Sweeney back up here, I think. He's managed to block the angle okay. But yeah, nice hit from Alex there. This is the scrap going on in shelter. Let's get in and look at it. This is SMB versus RMV. Let's move down into the underground. Here we go. This is with Zipped. There are all sorts of teams over at shelter. It is busy down here. And looks like AVR have been pushed as well. This is Lake. They've decided to crash it. Lake have crashed the AVR compound. AVR have been here for quite a while, but Lake on 5 kills, and they are going to be looking to add to that tally. It's a nice knock and frag there. Oh, but Lake's been dropped. Look at those hits coming in from, who is that? From Rascals. From Rascals over at, from over here at the Hall of Fame. Rascals putting in some deadly shots there, wiping out 2 members of Lake. That's Ang and Skocic getting knocked. AVR getting finished off, and it's just Godly left up. He should be able to get the revive on Skocic here. But that was some nice hits coming in from the side from Cocky there, and Bobber and Timmy. Rascals looking like they're going to have a good game. Lake here on 8 kills as well, which is very decent. Very nice amount of kills, good amount of points. And they've got this compound there. There's only 2 of them left, but they got the compound. Rascals here, they've only got 1 kill actually. I thought they would have had more from that, but I think they've... maybe had a few knocks that they've not managed to actually get the finish on. So it's still pretty busy down in shelter. This is where most of our teams seem to be spending their time. And BT are just hanging out underground, actually. The whole of BT1 hanging out beneath the surface of the shelter here. And we got a knock here. This is in the... Oh, just on the edge here. So BT2 just holding the edge here, the outside. There's only 2 of them left. This is T-Bone and Beastly with 3 kills between them at the moment. They've got the car blocking the entrance somewhat at the moment, but not completely. Envy there knocked, but he's back on his feet from RMV. We've got SMB just over to the side. These are the shots. It's Cobra has wrapped around, is putting shots into the side of T-Bone and Beastly here. Oh, wow. So there we go. We got a big pop on the zone there. Big shift gone way out west. Looking very nice for Rascals. Not looking good for Lake. They're going to have to get themselves out of that compound now. But they don't have to rush too much. They do have a little bit of time. And there are other teams that got to move in. Avita, not really too much to work with, but it is quiet on that area of the zone. They're going to have to watch out for shots from Pizza and Paella here as they make their way down. And all the shelter teams still looking pretty comfortable in the play zone. Here's Polonara. No kills on the board yet for Pizza. We saw them get that Alex get that knock on Sweeney earlier, but they haven't managed to get any kills just yet. Here's Lou a little bit off on his own. I'm not sure if he's got a vehicle to work with. I think they're going to need to try and pick him up. And here's Lake. They're coming up against Rascals here and there. They go Skocic taken down by Timmy. Timmy had a great game. Actually knocked by Sweeney and finished off by Timmy, I think that was. Is that going to be... Yeah, so that's a kill on the board there for Timmy. We noticed last week, I think Avita were just so good at finding opportunities to steal kills. They were getting plenty of their own normal kills as well, but there were so many times that people would knock people, and then out of nowhere from miles away, Avita would suddenly pop up and grab the kill. Avita have made their way in there. Looked like they got away with that push. Nothing too devastating coming in from the Pizza Gang, and they've just taken this little dip here on the edge. Just seeing what's going on. They haven't really been involved with any fights with Rascals yet, so they're not fully aware of what's been going on over here. Just keeping an eye on things. I think that's the Dead Lake boys just down next to them there. So zone closing in now. We've got a few scraps of players up here. Let's see what happens. We've got Bush here. Getting a nice knock on SMB. Well, that was actually Josie was the last player remaining from SMB Knife Squad. Smiling Butcher's Knife Squad. They have now been wiped out by Bush here from BKG, but he's got Polonara and some more of the Pizza Gang coming up pretty close. So we've got Doris just around the corner, and they're all right on the edge of the play zone. We pull this up here, we're going to see the next pop. Rascal's looking happy at the moment. It's going to be interesting if it pushes Shelter out, because there are lots of teams down at the Shelter. What's it going to do? It does. Well, it doesn't quite push all of it out, but most of Shelter is now gone. I think we're going to be watching poor old Bush drop here. No, oh my god, he's somehow still alive. And trying to get some shots in Polonara, but Stanners is there to grab the kill. And look at these teams making their way in now from Shelter. Let's move over and see what they're going to try and do. I mean, they're going to try and take this. Okay, they're going to try and take this entrance. Got Zipped just down the bottom here. There's MV, here's MV. So just 2 of RMV here. This is the only part of Shelter that's still in. No one seems to want to try and crash Rascals just yet. They have been holding this compound very nicely. There are Vita over there. Vita are going to have to think of something to do. They're going to have to either crash Rascals or they're going to have to rotate around. I mean, they try and move in tree by tree. I'm not sure there's any dips there they can really utilize. I think they're going to take too many side shots from the teams at Shelter if they just try and move forward there. Nice knock there from Sweeney on Polonara. Very nice. But they have... Gar has been knocked in return. I think he's going to go. Yeah, he's gone. Timmy got him in the end. Nice hits from Timmy and Avita on the back foot here. Timmy's got nice angles on him. And that zone is coming. They're going to get out of here. I think we just got Sweeney and... No, Lou is still going, but Lou is a little bit off on his own. Yeah, we saw him earlier. He was carless, but... he has managed to survive. He's doing remarkably well to stay alive with no car. Polonara's died in zone, so that's a kill on the board for Avita there. That was Sweeney. Alex has been knocked as well here. Let's just move over and see what else is going on. Sweeney there with a nice knock on T-Bone. Standards has moved right up close to Rascals there. Let's just move in. Oh, look, we got a big fight going on here between BT. This is just Beastly left, actually, against Marcos. Doris is down. I think Alex is already down, so it might just be Marcos here versus Beastly. And then they got Lou as well putting shots. Lou takes down Marcos. That is Pizza gone. Pizza and Pyra taken down. Beastly is running on his own for BT with 5 kills. That's Sweeney knocked there. He's going to try and steal the kill on Sweeney, but Rascal's cocky gets that in the end. Rascal's starting to pick up some kills now. So Stanner's still going for Avita. The holder Rascal's still going. A load of teams all crowded around the Shelter here. What have we got? This is SMB are all dead. Yep, they're all dead. BT are still going. I think it's just 2 of them. We got Dip and Whitey here. They got 5 kills. And Zipped from RMV is nearby as well, just chilling down on this rock. With no trousers on, with 4 kills. Looking nice. There goes Lou, taken down by Beastly. Nice, another kill on the board for Beastly. There we go, man. So many broken up teams, apart from Rascals, who have got all 4 lads, and they're pushing out. They're going for it. There we go. They've seen Stanners, and they're trying to close it out. They've got all 4 remaining. Their versus a 2, a 1, and a 1, and it's the right thing to do. Get those kills. They want to maximize the points. They've been in a strong positional game, but they've only got 5 kills on the board. And look, Whitey gets the kill on Stanners in the end there. Rascals committing all 4 players, but they still don't manage to grab that kill. They want to make the most of this opportunity. It's their game to win, but they want to get some kills here. They are going to have to leave that zone. It's not going to worry them too much. I mean, everyone's got to move a little bit. There's not any buildings left in the zone here. This is Whitey and Dip from BT here. They got 7 kills, so pretty good effort for these boys. This is BT1. Good game for them. They had a pretty poor week last week after good performances in week 1 and week 2. So nice to see them coming back strong early in day 4. If they can have some good games today, they can hold on to that 2nd place spot. I think trying to contest Avita for first is probably a little bit too much to ask at this stage, but you never know. But Foster's got himself a AWM there, just for the last 3 kills of the game. So Cocky's bringing a vehicle here, and he's going to try and... Oh, there goes Zip, taken down by Dip nicely there. Yeah, they're going to try and spread the angles here, and they need to do it. They got the numbers here. They know they're versus 2. They know it's just 1 team, and they just need to spread out here and get themselves some good positions to take advantage of that. Don't want to let BT get away with anything silly here. Let's see where Whitey tries to get to. Not much cover really here to play with. There's a few little ledges, there's a few rocks and plenty of trees, but not a lot else. See what shots Dipper's got. He's got himself 3 so far. I mean, 8 kills, even if they only come out with second, is still going to be a good amount of points for BT here. But nice to see Rascals coming in. They had a really good week last week. I was saying at the beginning that it'd be nice to see him follow that up. They pulled himself way up the leaderboard with the performance they had last week. So another strong game, strong start from today. It's going to put him way up in that top 3, or at least contesting for that top 3. Going to be very interesting to see quite how the leaderboard looks after this. So people just being patient at the moment. Rascals got a nice spread there. They don't need to be doing anything silly. Bobber's going to have to move himself into the zone a little bit, but he's going to have plenty of cover from his teammates if Dip tries to push, or tries to peek, I should say, and put some shots in. He's going to get plenty of covering fire. Foss is going to have to move forward with that AWM at the back there. And Whitey's going to have to shuffle a little bit. I'm not sure. Dip's going to be okay on this ledge for a bit. But they're going to have to get some knocks. I mean, they might... If they manage to get a knock on Rascals, then they'll have options. Because they're all quite spread out. It's going to be tough to get a revive without getting someone knocked in the process. So let's see what they manage to do. 2v4 BT versus the Rascals. Here we go. Foss is making his move. Dip missed it initially, but now he's putting those shots in. And there, just like we said, he tries to put some shots on Foss, but Timmy is waiting for it and puts some shots back, sends them back and puts Dip low. Nice, calm, collected team play here from Rascals. Not many options for BT really here. I think they're just going to try and do what they can. Maybe if they can try and get a kill, you know, it's an extra little point for them. Let's move ourselves over with Timmy. Timmy had a really strong week last week. We saw him on the Sanok game particularly. He was running double barrel and putting some really nice kills, and actually popped up right at the end of the game. The rest of the team had been wiped and he was prone in a bush right in the late game and managed to drop, I think he took down 3 of Avita, certainly 2 of them, but he basically wiped out the remnants of Avita right at the end of the game. They didn't know he was there. He popped up out of a bush, shot them all in the back. And it pretty much cost Avita the win in that game, or it certainly cost them a chance of the win. They had a good shout at the win. It wasn't guaranteed. There goes Whitey. Whitey's been dropped by the play zone in the end after taking some hits. And it's just Dip left, and he's going to get lit up by Bobber in the end. And that is the win for Rascals for game 1. Nice to see. They hadn't managed to get a chicken dinner yet over the course of the tournament. They'd had some good results last week. They have now come in and got that win. Just 6 kills there for that win, but that's still going to be some good points for the Rascals. BT coming in second, grabbing themselves 8 kills, and RMV coming in third with 4 kills. So, pretty decent first game there. Nice to see. I just love watching an Erangel game. It just feels so classic. Just classic PUBG. Nice result from Rascals. They were one of the ones we were saying we wanted to watch at the start of today. In the intro, we were talking about Rascals. We were talking about VE. We were talking about RMV. They had a pretty good performance there, finishing third. So I think RMV and Rascals have certainly done themselves some favors in the leaderboard there. I think it's going to shake things up a little bit. Going to make things interesting. Nice to see BT come back and have a good performance after their poor day in week 3 last Sunday. It'd be interesting to see how many points they get for that. Avita dropping out. I think they're about 4th or 5th in the end there, but they got a decent amount of kills, so it's more points. You know, it's not terrible. So that will certainly, I think, keep their lead pretty healthy. They had about 95 points, I think, going into week 4, day 4, I should say. They had a pretty ridiculous lead, so don't think they need to start worrying too much. They didn't win game 1, and BT managed to push on ahead, but it does seem that Avita is still looking pretty happy going into the second game of the day. Second game of the day is going to be on Sanok. and we will bring you the leaderboard in just a moment. We're going to have a short break. We'll come back with the leaderboard after this brief video from our sponsors, Scuff Gaming Performance Controllers. Welcome back, everybody. We are just getting the lobby ready for game number 2. We're going to be heading over to Sanhok for the second game of the day, which I think is due to start in about 12 minutes time. So we got a little bit of time to go before we get cracking with game 2. 4 games to play today. We've got Sanhok coming up, then we're going to have a game on Vikendi, and then we have one final game to finish up the day back on Erangel. So that's going to be our lineup for today. Just waiting for the leaderboard to update, and then we will bring you that and fill you in. Oh, in fact, it has now updated, so we will jump right over to the updated leaderboard. Here we go. So after 13 of the 16 games played, we can see Avita are now up to 196 points with that finish there. 121 kills. 107 points in second place for BT. They've already got themselves off to a good start for day 4 of the finals here. They've got themselves a nice little haul of points there with that second place finish with a decent amount of kills. I think they had about 8 kills, 8 or so in the end. So they've got 107. They're the second team over 100 points here. Behind them, what's this, about 10, 15 points behind, we've now got Rascals. Rascals have put themselves into third place for, I think this is the first time Rascals have cracked the top 3 of the leaderboard. So great to see Rascals up there. They've climbed up really nicely over days 3 and 4 of the PCCL. SMB here have just been pushed down into 4th place. They were sitting in 3rd at the start today, 7 points behind Rascals. If we go down, we can see VE here just 1 point behind SMB. AVR, Avenger Gaming sitting down, another 2 points back. It is so close between these teams. And then RMV are down in 7th at the moment with 76 points. And then a little bit of a gap. We got 16 points down to BT2. So like we said at the beginning, 7th upwards is so close. 76 points, about 20 points up from that, and they put themselves in 4th. And if they can get, a little bit more than that, then they're in 3rd. So big performances there from some of the teams that needed it. BT doing what they needed to try and hang on to that 2nd position. Rascals fighting for the 3rd. RMV having a good game. AVR having a good one as well, really, and just keep themselves in contention to try and take over that top 3. We just have a look at the results just from today. We can have a little look at that game, particularly. We can see Rascals here coming out on top with those 6 kills. BT with 8, Vita, with 7. BT2 with 6 kills there. RMV got 4 in the end. Lake got 8, but they finished 6th in the end. Or in terms of points, they finished 6th. So you can see the points that everyone ended up with here. 16 points. Rascals got themselves from that game. Timmy doing the most damage in that game, 952. Another strong performance from Timmy after a positive week for him last week. Let's jump back to the main leaderboard. We'll have a little look further down. So we've got V in 5th, AVR down in 6th, then RMV we saw a little while ago. BT2 sitting in 8th on 60 points, where the gap starts to widen a little bit. It's not insurmountable. It only takes, one huge game can net you a lot of points. So, it's everything to play for still for some of these teams. And then, they might just be looking to pull themselves up the leaderboard a little more, get themselves into the top 6, maybe top 5. So BT2, then SMB down on 60 points. Pizza and Pierre down on 59 points. SND here in 11th on 54. Then we've got CR, Team Finland, BKG, and Lake making up the rest of the leaderboard. So things have shuffled around quite a lot over the course of the last 2 days. It was looking like we had kind of figured out who was going to be where almost after week 2 had ended. But week 3 really shuffled things around, and week 4 looks like it might be doing the same for us again. Be interesting to see what Sanhok has to offer us this time round. We had a couple of interesting finishes so far on it. Last week's was pretty crazy. It was the first time it had pushed down onto off the main island. We were down in the southwest. It was pretty chaotic finish. Timmy managed to pop up out of nowhere and get a bunch of kills on a Vita and scuppered that game for him somewhat. But I think VE managed to take, VE got the win on Sanhok last week with 9 kills, so that was one of their stronger games so far. They've been very consistent over the last 2 weeks, VE, so interested to see if they can try and make that happen once more. We should be going with the lobby starting in about 7 minutes. If you're just joining us, we've got 3 games to play today, and that is going to bring to a conclusion the end of the PCCL. There's 16 games in total we've been playing over the last few weeks. Today is the final day, and we're going to figure out who is going to be the winners, who's going to take the top 3 spots and get the prizes. Big thank you to everybody behind the scenes at PUBG and Being Esports who's been involved in the organization of this tournament. A lot of hard work gone on from a lot of people, so huge thank you, and thank you again for inviting me along to cast. My name is Ben. You might know me from the Beard Guys. We stream over on Twitch and also do YouTube, and we are very much involved in the PUBG console community. We're just going to take a very quick break here, and then we will be back with the start of game number 2 over on Sanhok. Welcome back, everybody. We are just about ready to start with game number 2 of the day. That's going to be coming up in just a minute or two. The teams are assembled in the lobby. They are ready to go. I am ready to observe, and we're going to get cracking. I can see the S&D have rotated in. They've got in Pigeon, so Pigeon is here to play for S&D in the game today. They were a man short in that first game. I didn't think Pigeon was playing today, but it does look like they brought him in. I'm not quite sure what happened that caused them to have 3 players in game 1, but they did manage to get themselves a few kills and put a fairly respectable effort for a 3-man squad on game 1. But they are going to be running at 4 as we go into Sanhok for game number 2. Game number 3 tonight is going to bring us a match on Vikendi. Then we are going to be on Erangel for the final game of the day. So a little bit of a mix of maps. If you've got any feedback you'd like to leave on the tournament, on the PCCL, then you can do that over on the Discord. There's a command in Twitch chat that will let you pull up the invite link to the Discord, or you can leave your feedback over on Twitter on the PUBG_support Twitter account. It's been really fun to be involved with this tournament. I'm hoping we get to do plenty more in the future. It's really nice to see some official PUBG tournament stuff going on for console. It's not something that's really happened before until very recently, so it's really nice to see that happen. There's a lot of comp stuff that goes on, or a lot of tournament play that goes on, kind of under the radar, behind the scenes on console, and that's been going on for a long time. People organizing their own leagues, people running their own tournaments, and it's nice to now be able to bring some of those teams together into an official PUBG league to see. There's a lot of these teams have been playing together for a long time. They've played in a lot of other tournaments, so it's nice to suddenly get them all together. I'm hoping we get to do some more events in the future, maybe have ones with more qualifying slots, more qualifying days, to have loads more teams get a chance to play. This was massively oversubscribed, this tournament. It was way more popular than I think anyone expected it to be. So, which was, very, very positive. Obviously disappointing for people who didn't get a chance to play, but also very, very positive for the future of this kind of event that shows there's so many people that want to play in it, and it's nice to see it thriving. I think it's gone really well. It's been really fun to be a part of. It's been really fun to watch, particularly with the new observer controls that have come in the last couple of weeks. We had them for week 3. We didn't have them for week 1 and 2. And as you could see in that game, we were able to capture quite a lot of the action. I'm controlling the camera myself. I'm not being sent an observer feed like you might sometimes get on other tournaments. So this is just me controlling the in-game camera using the observer mode on console using my controller, my trusty old slightly mangled Xbox controller. And it gives a lot of options for other things we can do in the future. Potentially we could be in a position at some stage in the future where we could have multiple observers who are sending a video feed, like you might see on PCS or something, where you get all these different camera shots coming in. That's how they do that, is by having multiple observers. So maybe that's something that might be able to happen in the future. That'd be cool. I'd like to see that. Maybe I could cast it with someone, so I could occasionally pause and try and engage my brain a little bit before I speak. Maybe rest my voice a little bit. That would be a real treat. And like I said, it'd be nice to have a lot more teams have an opportunity to play. I'd like to see them maybe try and do one of these tournaments in FPP, so we could have a mix of both TPP and FPP events. Be interesting to see. I know TPP is by far the more popular game mode on console, but I think it'd be interesting to see an event also in FPP to see how the contrast is as a viewing experience. But I think certainly this one has been very good from a viewing perspective so far. There's been a lot of good fights. There's been a lot of good finishes. A lot of interesting action we've managed to catch. But we are about to get a little bit more action as we go live with game number 2 of week 4. After this, there's just going to be 2 games remaining of the entire tournament. We are loading into Sanhok, and then after that, we have a Vikendi game and 1 more Erangel game to finish us up. Last week's Sanhok game was won by VE. They managed to get 9 kills with the win. Rascals got 10 kills in second place Sanhok last week. So Rascals, who had a good performance and won the last game today, had a very strong result on Sanhok last week as well. So they'll be looking to replicate that. And Avita managed to get in. I think they were about 3rd. They just went out 3rd or 4th in Sanhok last week. So they'll be looking to come back strong. Let's jump in to game number 2. So here we go with our final Sanhok game of the PUBG Console Carnage League. The plane is a-coming, and let's see where everyone heads to. We've had a few different finishes over the week so far. We had a Tap Mock finish. I think we had 2 kind of in this area, didn't we? Oh, we had one by Tap Mock just down here. This was week 1 finished, final zone around this area. We had another one that was down in this compound, basically, in week 2. And then week 3 suddenly threw us all the way down here, and we dropped down just south of Ruins. Looks like we might have a couple of different teams contesting for Paradise here. Are they all going to go for it, or is someone going to bail out? We got CR and BT. Maybe one of them might just be going over, actually. And yeah, it looks like... Okay, so yeah, CR have gone for it. And BT1 here, they've decided to push on. They've gone for the compounds just to the east here. Pretty sensible. You don't want to be having a hot drop, particularly for BT, who are sitting 2nd in the leaderboard. The last thing they want to do is hot drop at Paradise and get wiped or lose a man or 2 right at the beginning of the game. We've got some other mixed up teams, though, here. We've got AVR and BKG are both down in Painan here. And then we've got Rascals and... Team Finland are up in boot camp. So interesting to see. We haven't really seen many fights down in Painan. Certainly not early game over the tournament so far. This is BKG and AVR down here. Just getting themselves looted up. We do actually have a team down at Ruins this time. Lake seems to be the only team who have gone for a southwest position. RMV here, kind of split over the mountain. VE have gone for Hartin again. So everyone fairly spread out. We've got S&D here, have taken the same series of compounds that's been working for them over Sanhok over the last couple of weeks. The zone is up in the northeast, so everyone's going to have to make their way up. Lake have got a bit of a journey ahead of them. Let's get ourselves down to boot camp and see what's going on here between Team Finland and Rascals. Let's see where this action is. I don't know if anyone's underground. Who's that? Is Foss? No, Foss is up here. He's not down in the tunnels. So he has taken some hits. This is Team Finland getting some hits on Foss. Got to be careful here, Rascals. Good game last game. They don't want to throw away anyone too early. Oh, and he's in the open. Easy there, Foss. He's just trying to group up with some of the other Rascals here. He's got a little bit of protection from Timmy here, but Bob has been dropped by Mazzelli. On shots coming in on Timmy now. Team Finland are getting aggressive. This is nice to see. Nice to see. I'm not sure they're going to want to push out of that building they're holding. It's just one knock. They got Bobber low, though. They're going to need to get their revive quick. Does look like they're pushing this. Yeah, they are pushing this. Benez is heading in. They are closing. That's a great frag. He's knocked Foss. He's finished off Bobber and knocked Foss with the frag. Brilliant frag from Benez. And that is Rascals losing 2 men right at the beginning there. They are gone. And what are Timmy and the other Rascal are Cocky going to be able to do here? I think they are bailing out. They are bailing out. It's a 2v4. And getting out of there. It's probably the sensible thing to do. I'm not sure Finland have seen them leave. No, looks like they're going to get away with that. They do have Legends just up the road here. Need to be wary of running into SND. They are heading straight over here, so let's keep an eye on this. They might not be expecting him to be in there, but I don't think Legend's going to expect to have 2 Rascals pushing up, and the rest of S&D are far off, so this might not be good for Legends here. If he gets caught out, he's not going to have support. Pigeon isn't too far away, but he's not going to be able to arrive in emergency, and you don't want to be coming up against Timmy's been... Oh, Legends has no idea. No idea. And there he goes. Look at that. Absolutely no chance for Legends. Taken down by Cocky and Timmy. Kill on the board for Rascals, but just 2 of them left. And that is pretty unfortunate for SND. There was no hope of protection, really, because they've gone for this split drop here. RMV making their way in. What's everyone else doing? BT, CR, both very central here. We saw those drop in Paradise earlier. They've all now moved on. And everyone else is kind of making their way over. Let's get up with Mushu here because he's very near some of the S&D. He's going to run into Neuro and Pigeon. S&D needs to get grouped up. The Neuro and Pigeon are together now. Yeah, Palmer is on his way. They don't want to get caught out. Now there's only 3 of them. And there's RMV heading in. It's sort of a little train of singles making their way in. But Palmer's got to be careful. He's off to one side here. He could get caught out. Foxy and Mushu have nice position on him as well. Ooh, S&B having some issues here over on the bridge. Juicy is down. We've seen Shady already drop. Some nice kills on the board for Envy there. 2 kills on SMB. Catches them out. They are down to just 2 remaining. Let's see what's going on. S&D Palmer's dropped Foxy here. That was RMV bumping into the S&D guys. Nice kill from Palmer there. Gets the finish as well. Well, Pigeon's been taken down. Timmy has wrapped around. This is Rascals. Pigeon trying to fall back here through the pass, through the hot gates, but he bumped into the Rascals. And they have taken down another one of S&D. All falling apart for S&D really here. Palmer, I think, is going to get caught out. Yeah, Palmer is gone, taken down by Mushu there with the ump, with the 2x from way out. And it just leaves poor Neuro left alone. Neuro all on his own. For the rest of the game. Sweeney, though, taking out Rascals. There they go. They just bumped into Sweeney. He took down both of them. Nicely done. Gar's been knocked in the process, but 2 kills on the board for Sweeney. Finishing off Rascals. Rascals are out of there. They are gone. They got a few kills, but they are finished off now. Mushu taking some hits from Neuro. He's trying to hold him off. He is trying to hold him off for now. And let's see where everyone is going to end up in this play zone. Oh, big fight going on here, but this is Pizza Empire and BT2 here having a scrap. Polonara taking some big hits. So Alex is down. It's just Doros and Polonara. They've actually got a man missing. Marcos is missing. So they only have 3 here. Versus what looks to be... Yeah, there goes Alex. He's been finished off. Looks like all of BT here. Oh, it's unlucky. If he had just managed to get that over there, he might have done nicely, but it hasn't worked out for him. And Beast and T-Bone are pushing in. What's the rest of them? So there's Doros, there's Sunny, Beastly. Yeah, it's a 4v2 here for BT. They're going to contest this compound. They're going to want to take it. Let's see what they can do. Here's Beast. And who's this? Oh, this is Beastly just driving down in the buggy without a care in the world. He is just cruising on through. There we go. Polonara taken down nicely by Beast. He is gone. There's just 1 remaining. Just 1 remaining. Here he is. Taken down. Nice little turn and snap there by T-Bone with the Vector. And that is the end of Pizza and Paella. Taken down by BT2. So circles shifted off to the east again. Avita are on their way heading in. Most of the teams already in, but down here is looking pretty busy. This is Lake and BKG right up next to each other right on the edge of the zone. Let's see. Looks like BKG are going to hold him off nicely here. Here's Bush. Wheelix here. Running QBZ 6X and the Vector. They do have to watch out for Pizza and Paera. Team Finland are looking this way. They're coming in from boot camp and they're going to be looking to capitalize and steal some kills here. As BKG try and hold out Lake, stop him getting in the zone. They are about to bump into him. Let's see if Team Finland get eyes on him here. Yep, they've seen him now. Surely you've seen him up on the right. It's not too far to go to the circle either. They don't really need to panic too much. They can just keep themselves in good position. The other guys don't know they're here yet. BKG, they have fallen back out of that fight with Lake. They didn't want to go crazy, but they're going to get lit up now. Great spray from Tepsil and Lammy. Actually finished that one off with the Vector. Nice little dual spray there from Tepsil and Lammy. Tepsil taking some hits though. Another nice few hits on Wheelix there. And putting some shots into Bush for good measure as well. Ninja is also very low. And look, I think Lake might... I know, Lake are moving on. They're going to take advantage of this and get into the zone. But it's actually Wheelix that has moved up to flank here. Benez and Wheelix have gone up to the right here. Trying to get some hits. The other ones are gone. Ninja is caught all on his own here. It's just Ninja left. The other two have gone way off into the zone. Wheelix has gone up into the zone. It is Mazzelli and Benez who have pushed up. Poor old Ninja. Do they know? No, they think he's gone. I think they think Ninja has already gone in. He's going to end up behind BKG here. Behind Team Finland, sorry. He's going to get away with that. I think they've all kind of backed off a little bit. I'm not sure the zone's going to be too much of an issue for him. Let's get up north because it is all kicking off up here. We've got VE, we've got RMV, we've got SMB. And there goes VE, taken out. Taken out by RMV in the end. All gone. They were caught. Oh, look at that. Horrible pincer there between RMV and SMB. A rock and a hard place. VE are out of there. Not had a big game yet from VE today. They'd had a good couple of weeks the last couple of finals days. But they've not managed to get the points they want just yet. They're going to need to pull it back somewhat in game 3 and 4 if they want to try and contest that top 3 on the leaderboard. So elsewhere in the zone, we got a big scrap going on here. This is between BT2 here. They got 3 kills on the board against CR, fighting uphill. Not what you want to be doing, but they've also got some of the other BT team here over in this compound. This is BT1. It looks like there's only 2 of them left. That was Dip there, getting a nice little kill on Beast. More BT on BT action. Just 1 kill on the board for them. They've lost Donnie and Blackie at some stage, so not looking too peachy for them this game. Big fight going on here. Santi's down. We just got Likey's, Vaz and Krypton here. They've got the advantage. They've got the uphill. There goes T-Bone. He's actually taken out by Whitey in the end. Stolen. And Beastly's wrapped right around the back. A huge flank from Beastly there. He's done great, but he has been taken down in the end by Vaz. And they might get Santi back up here. Sunny's moving in here. They're going to have to get some smokes down. They've got to watch out for the compound. Dip and Whitey at the compound here. They're going to be looking for that. Sunny's going to get out of there. I think he was thinking about pushing in to capitalize, but he is all on his own. Yeah, there's just Sunny left from BT2 now with 3 kills for those guys. So he's going to fall back from that and play it safe. And CR get away with that one. They got 3 kills out of that, but they have lost Likey's in the process. There goes BKG, just finished off Wheelix and Bush, taken down by a Lake. That was the little fight we were watching earlier. These are the Lake boys. BKG had been picked apart somewhat by Team Finland. And looks like CR are thinking about trying to take this. It's a 3v2. It's a nice frag. Oh, it bounced off, actually. It came back out, I think. No, it did go in. It looked like it bounced off the rim and come back out. But they might be trying to take this. They don't want to be sitting out here too long. And they've got Sunny behind them now. It's going to be a real risk. They need to get in there, and they are going to do it. They're going to close it down. Some ambitious pre-fire from Santi there, but Vaz, there we go. That's what we called. Sunny has come down behind and dropped Vaz. But there we go. Santi and Krypton managed to take out Dip and Whitey, so they've dropped BT1. They are gone. 5 kills on the board. But they did lose Vaz. Annoyingly, Sunny just saw that opportunity, came down behind, and managed to poach a kill there. He has now backed off again, so it looks like CR are able to hold this compound. Let's see what everyone else is going to do. Avita with a fairly decent position here, sitting pretty central. RMV just on the edge. Neuro still alive. Oh, Lake and AVR having a scrap down here in the woods. See what's going on. There can't be too many of Lake left. No, it's just Godly. Just Godly left against all of AVR. They're just going to get themselves some position here. They're on the edge, but they're going to be pretty comfortable, I think, AVR, as they move down into the warehouses. SMB here, they're moving up towards Team Finland. Just 2 of them left. I think they're going to try and sneak up and maybe see if they can poach some kills here. No kills on the board so far for SMB here. Definitely been spotted out now, though. Hits coming back from Team Finland. They have spun round, and Team Finland don't need to worry about their other flank now, so they can focus on this fight. Let's move back over here. We've got Avita having a scrap now this is RMV moving in close to this crate, and Neuros is scampering around as well. I don't know if, I think this crate got done. I think one of the guys came and, yeah, this has been looted. I'm not sure if they left. Just a cheek pad left remaining in the crate. There's Neuro, still managing to turtle his way to a little bit of placement. Nice to see. Avita finding themselves on the edge now. CR with the stronger position, but only 2 of them left. And AVR look like they're gonna have a word with CR about the ownership of that compound. So Avita on the move here. They're heading up to this one. This is, yeah, looks like RMV, SMB, and Avita might be trying to get this compound here. But I think RMV and SMB are going to be the busy ones here. They're already fighting. They might give Avita a chance to either hold down that compound, or I think more likely they're going to push through and they're going to get some side shots and try and get some kills here. They've got such a strong lead in the tournament. They don't really need to worry about doing anything too safe, and I think they'll feel very comfortable just trying to put in some shots and get themselves some kills on the board. And here we go, let's watch, and they have done exactly that. There we go, Gar's taking out Envy in the end. Sweeney's been dropped. Lou with the Orc there, he must have got that crate. Envy is down. This is Gar just reviving Sweeney here. Looks like everyone's kind of backing off a little bit. Stanner's trying to find an angle, just running the level 1 kit. The Stanners, there goes Cobra, that's SMB finished off. So all 4 remaining still for Avita. The SMB Knife Squad, Pains & Co. have fallen back a little bit here. Sorry, SMB, I should say. Knife Squad is the other SMB team. This is just SMB. The Smiling Butchers have rotated their way out of there. Mushu is not going to have a good time here. They've got 5 kills, and I think that is all they're going to have. He's going to try and... oh, there goes Neuro. Finally got found by Team Finland in the end. Lammy getting the kill on Neuro and wiping out SND. Not sure what Mushu is going to achieve here. There's the zone. It's popped down to the southeast. The Vita are going to have to move, but I don't think they'll be too bothered about that. And Mushu is going to die to the zone here. He's going to try and shoot someone. He is, and he gives a kill to Avita very kindly in the end there. So over in the center zone, we still have CR with this compound that they took violently from BT a little while ago. We've got AVR in the hills. They haven't decided to push down on it. They are just holding the hillside here. So 4 left for AVR. 2 left for CR. How many got for SMB? I think they've got all 4 left, actually. Yeah, they have got 4 remaining. 3 kills on the board. So good position for SMB to be in here. Josie just making their way across to join the rest of the team. And we've got Team Finland over at the back here. And this is just one of the BT guys left from BT2. Sunny left running as the only solo. But most of the other teams here are actually in pretty good nick. We got 4 for Finland, 4 for AVR, 4 for SMB, 4 for Avita. I think Sunny's about to meet his end. He's about to bump into... oh, Bennett gets dropped though. He might be able to get a kill. Nope, nice. Oh, Sweeney gets the kill on Sunny there. Look, that's what I was saying earlier. The Avita guys are just always there to steal a kill, to poach a kill. Always looking, and look, they're pushing in. They're pushing in. They know there's a revive popping off. Paint Dope's been dropped by Santi there. Let's get ourselves down with Sweeney here. He's on 3 kills so far. 6 on the board for Avita. They're going to try and capitalize on Finland while they're on the back foot. Nice frags there coming in on Benez. He's on half. Mazzelli's low. Gar's trying to get him here. Jukes it out and drops him. Nice. Mazzelli is down. Dope's been dropped off to the side by Stanners. That's on the SMB. Flash is coming in, but it's not going to work. And the AVR here, they're coming up behind. We've got AVR coming up. There you go. Nice knock there from Sweeney. Tepsil down. Lammy's down. And it's just Benez left. Look, AVR trying to find some angles on the back here, trying to capitalize. But I think Avita are fairly safe with what they've got. Benez is trying to get out of there now. Let's see what Ricky can do. Ricky's going to... Yeah, he's falling back to join the rest of AVR here. Going to get themselves in good position. And there we go. That is... SMB, sorry, been wiped out. While that fight was going on, CR have had a massive scrap with SMB, looks like. CR actually pushed SMB in that one. And took him down, but it is just Krypton left. He is on his own. They've got 7 kills, though, which is pretty decent. So the 2 big teams left to watch here are the 4 men of AVR and the 4 players left of Avita here. Other than that, it is just Benez, who is about to meet his maker, thanks to Gar with the SLR. So we got a 4v4 and a cheeky 1 with Krypton thrown in the side. Let's see what they can do. AVR are moving to take control of that compound. That is the play zone. But I'm not sure it's going to be too critical at this stage with the cover that you get on Sanhok. Particularly if you end up getting surrounded by a team like Avita, who are very clinical with their shooting. So Avita just taking up positions here. They're trying to find angles, looking out for those peaks. Don't have to rush anything just yet. They're all kind of on the edge of the zone and just spreading around. They want to make sure they've got zone control if the opportunity comes up. They don't have the compound at the moment. But it is just like them to be. They've been running a lot of split strategies over the whole tournament that have generally worked out quite well for them. Here comes Lou. He'd gone for a little climb over the mountain. Like Stanners and Sweeney are trying to rotate around. Krypton there is going to have to move in slightly on the next zone. That compound is in. So Avita are going to have to rotate around here or just crash that compound. Let's see what they decide to go for. Look, so Ricky's gone for a little flank here. Gar's moving in. Botics here putting shots back on Gar. Gar is low. He's just underneath and he's been taken down by Pax with a grenade in the air. Nice frag from Pax. Drops Gargod. So he is down. AVR fighting them off at the moment. 3v4. Ricky's got some nice shots in the side here on Lou. It's a battle between Ricky and Lou, but Lou wins it with the AUG. So there's a man down on each team. There goes Krypton. That was the solo left. He is now taking down Stanners. He's going to get dropped, and Lou is low as well. Lou is gone, and that's going to leave just Sweeney. It's all on Sweeney. Sweeney versus 3. It's a 1v3. Sweeney versus Volk, Votics, and Pax here. 13 kills on the board for Avita, though. Whatever happens, they're going to get some good points out of this game. And AVR, they're spreading it. They know what they need to do. And there goes Sweeney, taken down nicely by Volk with the Vector. And a win on the board for AVR in game number 2 of the PCCL today. So that is the second win of the tournament for AVR. I think their first win came on, wasn't that the Sanhok on week 2? Was their first win, I think? So another nice win there for AVR. They were sitting in 6th coming into this, so a nice fight from them to try and get themselves into the top 3 with 8 kills. Very nice performance from Avita. Didn't manage to get the win, but they did have, I think, about 13 kills in the end there, so they're going to get some very nice points after that, and they definitely will be extending their lead up at the top of the table. CR with a decent game coming in 5th. They got themselves 7 kills. That is going to help them crawl up the leaderboard a little bit. They were down in 12th before this game, so some badly needed points for them. Should get them into the top 10 and maybe push them up just a little bit higher. So a very decent Sanhok game, I think, for game number 2 of week 4 there. We Saw Avita come out with a lot of kills, had a nice big kill game there, but Sweeney not able to convert the 1v3. There's only so much I think you can do in that situation. They didn't hold the compound. They decided to stay outside, didn't crash it till they had to, didn't crash it till late. But it was AVR that managed to fight them off in the end and take the chicken dinner. So looking forward to seeing the leaderboard after that one. There were some interesting scraps going on there. I think Team Finland put up a pretty good fight. AVR had a very nice victory there. Yeah, nice one. I think we're going to just jump over to a short 3-minute break. The next game is going to be on Vikendi. So we've got a short break. We'll get the lobby set up. And then I think game 3 is due to start in about 10 or so minutes. So we'll be over on Vikendi. Then that's going to be followed by the final game of the day, which is going to be on Erangel. Back on Erangel, the home of PUBG. So we'll be back in just a few minutes and we will look at the leaderboard and give you a rundown after a brief word from our sponsors of the tournament, Scuff Gaming Performance Controllers. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to jump over and have a little look at the leaderboard that has now been updated and see where our teams are sitting after 14 of the 16 games from the finals played. So, as you probably expected, Avita's still sitting top on 215 points at the moment, 134 kills. They've got 5 chicken dinners so far over the tournament. Haven't grabbed any today, but we're not done yet. Still 2 games to go. BT sitting in second place. They didn't have a big performance that one, but they got themselves a few points. They're sitting on 110 in second place, 67 kills. AVR now sitting in third place with 100 points. Thanks to that win there, that has got them 6 points ahead of Rascals, pulling them into the top 3, possibly for the first time this tournament, I think. Rascals closely behind on 94, then we've got SMB just 2 points behind that on 5th. And then a little bit of a gap opening out to VE and RMV, who are also very close together. So a little bit of movement going on there, certainly a good one for AVR. They're only 10 points behind BT here, so that second place still very much achievable, I think, for any of these AVR, Rascals, SMB. It's maybe getting a little bit too much to ask at this stage from VE and RMV now, I think, unless they manage to have some really big games for the final 2 games of the day. But yeah, interesting watching these things shuffle around, see who's going to take the best of the rest spot. I don't think anyone is going to manage to make up 100 points on Avita over the next 2 games. Doesn't seem the most likely thing in the world. If we have a little look at our top fragger leaderboard, we can see that Sweeney has now pulled out ahead. He's on 38 kills over the course of the whole tournament. Lou is in second place on 36, and Gar is 2 behind that again on 34. And for the first time, actually, Avita have now taken the top 4 spots for kills in the tournament. So I think it's fair to say it's been a pretty dominant performance by Avita so far in the PCCL. So if you're just joining us, we are 14 games into 16 games overall of the tournament. We've had 4 days of 4 games. Those games have been Erangel, Sanok, Vikendi, Erangel on each day. And the tournament is going to be done once we've finished game 16, which is going to be the game after this one. We've got a game on Vikendi coming up next in a few minutes. And then we've got one more on Erangel to finish out the PUBG Console Carnage League. This is the first ever PUBG EU official PUBG Console tournament. It's an absolute pleasure to be a part of it. Thank you very much, PUBG, for inviting me along to cast it and observe it. Big thank you to everybody from PUBG and Being Esports and everyone else who's been involved in the organization of these things, both in terms of keeping things running smoothly for the players and also making sure it's a decent experience for the viewers at home, such as yourselves. I hope you're all enjoying it. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ben. I'm from the Beard Guys. We stream on Twitch and YouTube. You might know me from there. We do lots of PUBG console stuff. And it's been an absolute blast casting the PCCL so far. Big thank you to our tournament sponsors, Scuff Gaming Performance Controllers, sponsoring the PCCL this year. And we're going to get started with our Vikendi game in just a few minutes. We are going to run a short ad break I think, in a moment, and then we will get started. We'll just have a quick look at the Vikendi game from last week. Actually ended up with Vita grabbing the win. I think it was their first Vikendi win at the tournament. I think that's about right. Yeah, Vita grabbed it in the end. There was a sort of chaotic mid-zone finish where there was just a huge fight going on between like 3 teams coming out of a compound, and Vita were just sitting there primed to shoot them as they all came down. The week before that, we had our almost Dino Land finish. That was a pretty good one. So we've had a nice mix of circles, really, on final zones, I should say, on Vikendi. So it'd be interesting to see what it throws up for us this time. And then, as always, as you all know, I'm very much looking forward to our last game on Erangel. I think always the best games to watch tend to be the Erangel ones. So we're going to be back in just a few minutes, and we'll be jumping in to game number 3 of the night. Welcome back, everybody. We are nearly ready to go with our Vikendi game for the day, our only Vikendi game for the day, which will be the 3rd match. Then we've got one more to come on Erangel once this has finished. I hope everybody's enjoying watching the tournament today, watching the stream. Lovely to see so many familiar names in chat. Certainly been a really fun experience for me to get to see some really high-level console players. Playing in these comp games is a real pleasure to get to cast that and observe that, particularly with the new features we have with the observer mode, which allow you to do things like going into player cam a lot more easily than you could before. It allows you to move around the map a lot more quickly than you could before. You were kind of limited to sort of flying around quite slowly with the camera back in the sort of old implementation of observing on console, but now it has most of the features that you find on PC. So it allows you to click around the map and move there instantly. It allows you to sort of click into player cam from quite a long way away. And there's also nice little extra features that we didn't have before, like the grenade trajectory is quite newly added on console, as well as the player outline that you'll see through buildings or through terrain. So it makes fights a little bit easier to watch. So all nice features that we've seen come. I think it's very positive for, tournaments for PUBG on console, that stuff has been added to console games, to console. Not something we've ever had before. So that makes, I think, this kind of experience a lot better as a viewer. It makes it a lot more fun for me. And it makes it a lot more, enjoyable as a viewer. And if there's lots of people watching and enjoying it, then I think it makes it, more likely that there's going to be more events like this in the future. Certainly this one was very popular with the teams. This was massively oversubscribed. No one really expected quite how many people would want to play in this first ever PUBG official tournament on console they were running. There was a ton of teams that wanted to play, who I know would love another chance to have a crack at it. So hopefully we get to have another opportunity to do more of these tournaments in the future. I'd love to see that. I'd love to be a part of that. If you've got any feedback that you'd like to leave on the tournaments on the PCCL, then you can do that on the Discord. There's a command in Twitch chat you can pull up and jump on the PCCL Discord. Leave your feedback there. Or you can leave feedback on the PUBG support Twitter, PUBG _support. You can go and leave some feedback there and let us know what you think. Certainly from my perspective, it's been very enjoyable. I think the players have been having a good time. There's been a good caliber here. I think it'd be nice to see more opportunity, have more teams trying to qualify in the future. I think it'd be really fun to see. I know there's a lot of teams who didn't get a chance to play this time round, and I'd like to see maybe what they can do, given an opportunity to compete at this level. And I want to see a team come in and take a Vita down, right? A Vita are miles ahead, well deserved this time round, but there's got to be teams out there who can contest that, right? There's got to be teams out there who can contest that. So I'd like to see that happen. We all, I think, want to see a closer fight. Credit where credit's due. Avita have absolutely smashed it. They've been playing phenomenally, and it's been their lead is well deserved. But I think we'd all like to see a nice close battle, right? And I think we've been rewarded with a nice close battle for the best of the rest. To be fair, that second place through to 6th, 7th place has been really tight the whole time, the whole tournament. And that's been the battle that's been, I think, more interesting, particularly for me to watch, certainly. So we are just about to start. Vikendi is just loading in. We've got about 20 seconds to go, and we're going to be getting going with game number 3 of the night. And then we're just going to have one more to finish it up. Game 15 of the tournament. Not long left to go. It is the final day, and we're going to jump over and see what is going to happen on our final Vikendi game of the PCCL. So here we go. We've had nice, sensible planes on every game so far today. None of these weird planes, throwing everyone's plans into the bin. So keeps things nice and safe for our lads as they all hop out of the plane and get themselves ready to go. Let's see what they all decide to do. We'll just move the map in just a touch. I think S&D here are probably going to head down to Castle. They've been hitting that up the last couple of weeks. No one else wanted to take it, so they are going to go for it. Vita here have been running Villa and the compounds around. Looks like that's going to work out well for them again. Are Pizza and Paella coming in on? Or are they up high? They look like they're kind of hesitating here. There is some hesitation in the air. What are these boys going to do? Does it look like Pizza are trying to contest Villa? I think they are going for it. And Vita have decided to... Yeah, they've decided to pull out of that one. I think Avita dropped a couple at Villa last time, and then they had a couple of players dropping these smaller compounds. They have decided to just go for the compounds. They've let Pizza and Bayer take the Villa, and they are going to play it safe, play it sensibly. Pretty big spread of teams going on here. There's our zone. We've got a southeast circle to get us started on Vikendi today. Couple of teams down in the south here. This is BT and SMB just down near Hot Springs and Cantra. They're not super close together, and it looks like SMB might be trying to just back out there a little bit. But Beastly's keeping an eye on things. It's Beastly. Trying to find some shots. It's a nice first hit on Shady. Can't follow up. He's not got a hat yet, so needs to be a little bit cautious while he's putting in those early shots. But nice bit of aggression there. Yeah, it looks like S&B, they're going to fall out to the main Hot Springs here and just play a little bit safer. They don't want to lose anyone right at the start of this second to last game of the day here. So let's bring ourselves back over to Villa. There's a few teams out to the west. They've got a bit of a trek on their hands to get in. We've got Lake here, all the way over in Dobro. Rascals up in Kritchas, S&B here, VE here. So there's a lot of movement to be done. But there's plenty of spaces left available. It's a big circle to get us started on Vikendi here. Move ourselves down and see what the pizza gang are up to. So it looks like they're pretty much ready to move out here, yeah? They're getting out of here. They've only got one vehicle, but they are looking to move. They're going to have to be careful of the Vita are quite spread out in front of them. And it's going to be hard to find the right route to get through, particularly when all four of them are sitting in one vehicle. Yeah, all four here. They are actually they're going to stop and get a little bit more loot. They weren't quite done yet. Yeah, I think they're going to take a split over a few compounds here. They just got to be careful that they don't bump into the Avita boys on their way over. Also got S&D in the castle here. It's not a bad spot for them. It's not super central, but you might think they'll probably potentially hold that for a little bit longer till the next zone pops at least. BT1 here running a pretty big split. And we bring ourselves in with Donnie here. Look at that. There we go. So this is BT1. They're sitting in second place there, 10 points ahead of AVR. A little bit of work to be done to keep on that second place. I feel like the last day or two, they've really just been hanging on to that second place and making it a lot harder for themselves than I think it needed to be. So they know they need to get themselves a decent couple of games to secure that top 3. And if they have a bad couple of games, they could easily find themselves outside the top 3 completely, and we could see Rascals, AVR, SMB, maybe even VE pushing themselves up into that top 3 position. Here's the other BT guys just moving around some compounds, getting themselves set up here. Oh, so we got some shots going here. This is over at Castle. This is S&D. Stanners has moved onto the bridge, or to the edge of the bridge, and he's actually going to end up getting a little bit pinched, but at range here from S&D and also from Pizza and Pie Polonara. So here we go. Yeah, this is these guys trying to get shots on Stanners here. He's not found himself in a fantastic spot, really. And he's got to watch out from behind. Although, I think really for Pizza to get, Pizza and Co. to get shots, they're going to have to really expose themselves to S&D, who are taking up some nice positions at Castle. See what the rest of Vita do, though. I'm sure they're not going to be caught napping too badly. Sweeney's making his way over. Yeah, they are ready for it. So, Alex here looking up at the Castle. Not sure they're aware of Stanners in between, really, at the moment. The rest of Vita pretty spread out here. Lou looks like he's just gone to go and get this crate. He's got himself a Mark 14 out of the airdrop. He just clearly feels quite comfortable that Stanners and Sweeney can deal with this situation. Looks like we've got a little car scrap going on over here. Let's see what's going on. This is RMV and VE. Yep, they've got ourselves a good old-fashioned car chase going on. VE versus RMV. It is all go. VE look like they're just about getting away with it. I think it's just Deebs in that car. Yeah, it's just Deebs. Is he the only one from VE left, or is he just... No, he's just gone for a bit of a drive. It looks like he's actually dodged RMV, but not for long, and they drop him. Deebs caught out. Where's the rest of VE? I think they're just back here. He was scouting. Yeah, he was the scout, and he is gone. Let's move over here. We've got a fight going on. S&D have pushed down close. Oh, there is scrapping going on the bridge. Here's Stanners. He's dropped Legends now versus Palmer. He drops Palmer as well. It's great play from Stanners, taking down Palmer and Legends. Look at that. With a level 1 helmet, does very nice take him down. That's just going to leave Neuro and Pigeon left from S&D. There's Neuro. Pigeon still up top. Neuro's getting caught down the bottom here. Oh, and then Pizza coming in. Polonara's come down and taken out Neuro. And that is going to leave just Pigeon left alive, who was holding back up on the castle here. Gets a nice hit on Polonara. And Stanners with the finish on Palmer there. So not a good start for S&D. Just Pidge left. More shots popping off just up to the north here. This is pretty close by as well. And they're all going to be heading down towards where that fight we saw just was. This is CR putting shots onto RMV as they try and rotate round. They have gone off to the side a bit, so they aren't going to bump into this fight just yet. Let's see what else we got going on across the map. So lots of people taking up central positions, as you would expect. Let's see RMV, they're pretty close to SMB here. This is Paynes. Oh yeah, he's got eyes on Mushu here. They're just over that ridge there. There's a little compound there. Looks like they're going to take... I don't think they realize SMB here. Where SMB are just kind of moving up on this position. They aren't holding it. But they are close by. So they're certainly thinking about trying to line something up here. I'm not sure these tents are going to be quite adequate for them. And RMV have got a nice little area to hold here. It is kind of overlooked by this area here. Is a bit of a risk, but that is what Zipped and Foxy, yeah, look, they've definitely seen them. They have seen SMB here because they are alert for that one. So it's a tough push for SMB really across the open if they want to try and take that on. They do have CR keeping an eye on this from down the road. They're not super close, but they might find a line of sight to steal a knock if one pops up. We'll just bring the big map up for a sec. We see Rascals just moving in from the north there. No one anywhere near them. They've had a nice calm rotation. Moved in around the north. And going to hopefully find themselves a compound to work with. They're going to come close to AVR here. But if they can scout ahead, looks like Foss is maybe running scout and can try and figure out a safe passage into the next play zone for them. So Circle's on its way, and we'll see where this next zone takes us. Let's move over here, see what this scrap is all about. This is Team Finland and BT1 here. Just having a little tete-a-tete across the road. Both holding pretty decent compounds. BT with the height. This is Whitey and Donnie and co. Certainly not seeing a lack of people running barrels since the barrel nerf that came in on the last update. Still fairly decent gun, I think we would all agree. Oh, here's Timmy. He's just driving straight up on AVR here. Oh, and they're surely going to get dropped on. Ricky was low. They're not going to get away with that. Car is going to blow. Surely they're going to have to pull up. No, they're still driving. How are they? They are not going to get away with that. Surely. Unbelievable that Rascals got away with that. They just drove straight past them and didn't knock anyone out. There were two in that car. There was Timmy and one the other Rascals, and they've just, wow. Very surprised about that. AVR got to be disappointed not to get a kill point from that. Rascals have made their way down into a fairly decent area here. Let's move ourselves down and see what Avita are lining up here. As everyone else, it's just the teams over on the west. They're going to have to sort of move, make their way over a little bit. Everyone else is pretty much in already. The center of the zone is looking pretty busy. Here's Avita just holding this compound here. We've got a right old mix of guns. We've got MK14s, we've got minis, we've got M4s. Lou's getting himself up on the roof. And Gar and Sweeney are just having a nice little dance. There we go. That's the team that are beating everyone by over 100 points. And the PCCL taking it very, very seriously as we go into game 15 of 16. Nice moves there, Sween. So here we go. The zone has popped for us. We are sitting still on Cement Factory. We've got Lammy here and BT. BT having a little fight here. Let's move ourselves over. That is all. No, well, I say it's a little fight. Beastie seems to be fighting with himself because he's just managed to frag himself out there whilst fighting SMB. Just spin the camera around so we can actually find them. Here we go. They are all up against it. They're getting pushed here. Beast moving in but gets dropped nicely by Alex. He jumps straight on that revive. Nice play from Alex with the Bison. Bison M24. Trying to get Cobra back on his feet. He is going to be able to do it. They got a nice angle there from Shady as well. That's good cover from Shady. Beast is gone. He got overly aggressive there and was punished for it. And is this just Sunny and T-Bone left? It is. Yeah, just Sunny and T-Bone left. And Shady's just up the top here. He might get wrapped around on. He's going to watch his butt. Yeah, they're going to find an angle. Sunny's going to see him. Shady's going to get dropped surely. Oh, he just gets himself into cover. But shots coming in behind. Now this is RMV. Oh, this is not good for the BT guys. They're going to be badly pinched here. Got RMV from that side. Surely SMB going to be looking to capitalize. If they can get on that ridge. There we go. There goes T-Bone. And Sunny is all on his own here. Not a good spot for Sunny, and that is not looking good for BT2 in this game. They are looking like they might be the first team to drop. I'm not sure Sunny's going to find a way out of there. So everything else pretty calm at the moment by the look of it. We've got BKG just off to one side here, but they're not looking to do anything too silly and get overly involved in this fight right now. I don't think these guys are going to push Sunny from the north. They've decided to go and just take control of this compound. You don't really want to go and peek that ridge just to get one kill when there's a whole team down the bottom looking up at you. So a sensible play. And I think Sunny's just going to be trying to turtle his way to some placement right now and see what he can do for his team. So not far off finding out what's going to happen in phase 3 here. The team's kind of pretty spread out, so you could find some people in some pretty strong positions. We've got Lake here right on the edge over on the west here. They've decided not to try and get himself into the center and just sit on the edge. We'll see how that's going to work out for him. Try and catch up maybe with some of our teams that are fighting over that second, third, fourth positions. We've got BT1. Let's find the other BT team. In fact, are they... Oh, yeah, they're here. I thought they were gone already. This is Blackie and Donnie and co we saw a little while ago. Just putting some shots into Benez. Nice knock from Donnie on Benez. He's been taken out as well. That's a kill on the board for BT1. And they haven't lost any players yet, so they're looking okay. They're in the next play zone, which has shifted west, actually. It's worked out okay for Lake. They were sitting west. And they're about as in the play zone as they were. Pidge is still in. Down on Castle. Just he can stay there. Avita are in. They might find some shots on Pizza and Paella here as they move around in there. Yeah, trying to find position though. I think they've parked up. They've seen that. Let's get ourselves with one of the roof boys. So here's Gar running the K9 M4, trying to find a shot. Oh, takes a big hit. Look, just standing there chilling, watching. Getting a bit complacent there, Gar. And gets shot in the face for it, but he doesn't get knocked. He's got the level 3. Covering fire coming in. Stanner's got himself a Groza here, so they've got another airdrop as well. They've grabbed 2 airdrops so far for Avita, so they're getting themselves nicely set up. Let's get ourselves a Sweeney up on the roof. Decides to bail out that one. Wasn't given a level 3 helmet from the kit. Looking a bit busy up in the northeast. We got Rascals and SMB very close together. We got SMB Knife Squad moving down as well here. And we've got AVR not far away. Let's spin it around. So this is the SMB boys. Nice knock on Timmy there from Alex. See if they're managed to, how Rascal's going to deal with this. I think Rascals are going to get pinched here a little bit. No, the other SMB team are wrapping around. So Knife Squad are rotating around, which does let them off a little bit. Timmy has gone, so they got rid of Timmy. Just 3 of the Rascals left. Rascals sitting in 4th at the moment, so they want to get every point they can. They haven't got any kills yet. They need to really try and gain some points on AVR and BT1 particularly, so... Oh, look at this. Get down here. These guys, this is BKG trying to push in aggressively through the middle here. And they're going right through the middle of Pizza and Paella here. They're going to be trying to put shots on them. This is VE down here as well. So we've got VE and Pizza. But they are having their own scrap. So AVR are kind of minding their own business up in the top here. They're sitting in 3rd at the moment going into this game. BT1, we just caught up with a minute ago in a nice central position. That's Donny and co. And then Rascals up in the northeast here as well. So those are the main ones to watch fighting over the top 3. Then I think SMB are really just outside that as well. Not far off. That was Alex and co that we were just watching a moment ago. And wow, that is a big shift back to the west again. And look at that. Lake, who just kept gambling on the west side there, has paid off for them. They've managed to find themselves pretty much the only team really in the zone in any significant way. Vita are just on the edge, as are CR, but over here, there's a lot of teams that are going to have to make their way in from Cement Factory. Pizza and Paella are trying to rotate around. That is a nice early move from them. That is going to work out very well. There's just Pigeon up there at Castle. I'm not sure he's going to get too involved in those guys. He might get caught out, and hopefully he's out of the way. I think he's just hiding here. I don't think they saw him. He's going to, he's hiding under the bridge. I think it's the sensible play when you're all on your own and there's a team rotating around. So a nice early move from Pizza. That's going to work out well for them. And everyone else is now flooding in. Oh my god, particularly at the top. Let's get ourselves up here. Let's just fly ourselves over there. CR just underneath. Here's AVR just taking the edge of town. SMB moving past. Nice shots on Pains there. Pains but very low. But big hits on Volk coming back. Who hit Volk there? Was that his... I think he might have got hit by his teammate. I mean, there's no one's... Unless that was someone from a car, I feel like he probably got hit by a teammate. Maybe one of these guys found an angle. Actually, they might have just found a little angle down there. But yeah, pretty... oh my god, there's just people everywhere. This is... There's a lot of players left alive, and there's not really anywhere to go. Pigeon grabbing a kill on VE there. This is down in the south. Everyone's trying to rotate around here. Pigeon's actually managed to poach a kill on VE as they made their way in. Nicely done. We've got BKG moving in here. There's Wheelix just driving past, or trying to drive past. Not working out too well for him. There's Watty in there as well. They are hopping out on the edge of Castle. We've got all sorts of teams trying to find their way in here. Look at this weird split that... Oh, look, BKG... They're sort of just in the zone there, but that is not a good position. Lake there finding some hits. That's Team Finland in the middle. They're just between so many teams. So many teams taking shots at them. There's just Tepsil left. Sunny's driving in from SMB very close by here. Where's Sunny? He's going to go flying through the middle of them all in just a minute. There he goes. Hi, Sunny. Tepsil throwing a shot in there. Mazzelli is down. He's quite a way away, so I don't think there's really too much chance for a revive there, but you never know. Oh, there goes Sunny, taken down by Lake, and that is the end of BT2. BT1 still going strong. This is SMB, another one of the top teams at the moment. Coming in on the edge. They're not in a good spot here. They're going to get lit up as they go past RMV, surely. Has got away with that. They didn't really get any good hits on them there. A little bit lucky. Another hit from there from Pigeon. He's taken down Wheelix. Oh, Mushu's been dropped here at the back. That was by Sweeney. Are they pushing down? Vita are sort of moving in here. There we go. They got Mushu out. Finished off 3 kills on the board so far for Vita. And that is a big north shift up to Pod Vosto. Look at that shift. We are going to Pod Vosto for the final zone. There goes Stanners, taken out by Shady. But knocked straight back by Lou there. He might be out now. Stanners has already put a bit low and he is gone. Yeah, Alex gets the finish in the end there from SMB. So 1 down for Avita. They got Gargod, Lou, and Sweeney left at the moment. Let's move ourselves up. I think things are going to be getting pretty busy. There's Zipped. He's gone, finished off by Cobra in the end. So what's going on down here? We still got some of VE, I guess, down here. We still got BKG down here with not very long to go. I doubt they've managed to keep any vehicles safe. Oh, no, they do have a vehicle. I think Pidge has been finished off unless he's managed to somehow stealth his way out of all of that. They are just driving pretty much straight towards VE here. Probably not the best approach. Reema's going to get nice shots here. Is he going to get anyone? He does. He drops Watty and Bush. Well, that was Sawyer and Reema putting in the spray. They've taken down 2 of them. Nicely done. And they get the kills as well. There's some nice kills on the board for VE. They have lost 2 of their players, but they do manage to get a couple of kills on the board there. Get themselves some points that they badly need right now if they want to try and contest the top 3. Pizza and Pie here still going strong, taking shots on Ninja. He's going to drop. That's going to be the end of BKG. And they might find some shots into the side of VE here as they jog in, but they've all got to get in the zone. And this is where it's going to get very busy. And oh my god, let's move over to whatever is going on here. We've got Alex is down from SMB. Foss is down from Rascals. What kind of position is this? Donnie is just charging in from the back here. Very close on Bobber. And Donnie taken down nicely by Bobber. It's Whitey here versus Rascals. Bobber's caught in the vault. Gets caught climbing. Unlucky there. They might get a revive on Donnie. Oh, if that molly had been a touch different. Look, they're all grouped up there. The mollies are raining in, but they're just not able to land them. And Cocky versus Dip here. Foss trying to get an angle as well. Nice hits on Blackie, but Foss, but very low. Rascals are not in a good spot here. Look at this little tiny bit corner they're trying to hold. And he's going to run around onto Alex, and Alex finds him from SMB. And Foss is gone, and that is Rascals gone. Not a good game from Rascals in this one in game 3. And it's not good points on the board. There goes VE, finished off by Avita in the end. Let's fly over. Oh my god, Pigeon is actually still alive. Pigeon is remarkable. How on earth did he manage to get up there? Oh, now it's shifted south. I think he's just in there. I would love to know how he managed to make his way there and remain alive. So how are BT doing? Dip is down at the moment. They've been scrapping with SMB here. I think probably knocked Dip. It's pretty safe to assume. I think we've got Alex close in. So SMB still got 3 left. BT have got 4, but they need... No, Dip's going to go. So 3v3. Alex is trying to find some sort of angle here to get involved, but they're all going to have to push down. They all have to go south here. None of these guys are in. This is going to be the play zone. We can see Avita have taken some damage here. Sweeney is getting a revive here, I think, on Gar. But look at this spot they find themselves in. Oh no, he's going to drop zone. Gar is gone. And it's the end of the game for Gar. And it's just going to be Sweeney and Lou left. Sweeney's going to make a miraculous leap down there, but does manage to style it out. So just Lou and Sweeney left. They're going to tuck in the bottom here. They are in the zone. They got RMV just ahead of them. Also with 2 remaining on 2 kills. What's Avita on? They're on 7 kills. So as always, a nice haul of points to the boys. Let's get set ourselves over here. It's hard to know what to watch. This fight's kicking off all over the place, but there goes BT1, taken down by SMB, and then nicely done. Kills some more. 9 kills for SMB. This is very solid for them. They're in 5th. They needed a good game to try and get themselves back up into that top 3, and it looks like they might be able to do it if they can keep getting some more kills, but now they're going to come up against CR. who have got all 4 remaining. No kills on the board for CR. But they are right here. Pigeon is still in that building. He doesn't want to come out just yet. I think he's gonna have to at some stage. This is not looking good for SMB. Look at this spot they're in. It's just tucked in here. And it's Pidge's finally come out. He got Likey's. He's come out and he's got Likey's. He's going to get anyone else? No, he does get taken down. No, he's not going to get the kill on Likey's. Unfortunately, it's just, well, unfortunately for Pidge, but good news for Likey's. A noble effort by Pigeon there to survive so long, considering when their team went out. So we've got to, oh, this has got to be it for RMV. They're pinched between Avita and SMB here. 2 very decent teams. Let's see who manages to get the kill. Cobra finishing off Foxy there. It's going to be kill number 10, I think, for SMB. At least 10. Things have calmed down somewhat. Oh, nobody's had to bail out to avoid getting set on fire. And Cobra is going to take advantage of that. Who have we got left there? We've got Juicy, Alex, and Cobra. They're on 11 kills. Or Avita just tucked in this little corner here. Just trying to find an angle. Here's Lou and Sweeney. Oh, got to be careful there, Alex, when he's got the MK. So we've got another scrap going on up north, and that's just been finished off, actually. That was Pete's from Pioneer getting finished off by CR. They took some big hits from it. But they're gonna, or they'll get Santi back up. I'm not sure about Krypton. The zone's coming. I think that's going to be over for Krypton. Oh, it's even Santi's going to have to run. Likey's needs to be careful. He's on low health as well. So CR are battered, but they've got 3 remaining. Vita have got 2. SMB have got 3. Yeah, there goes Krypton. So it's going to be an interesting one. Big game on the boards for SMB here. If they can get the dub as well, that's going to be big points for them. They got some nice angles on CR here. Sweeney drops Santi. Vaz has dropped Alex. Not good for SMB, and they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna. No, they are. Look where he is. He's just gonna get the revive there. That is so tight, but he is gonna get back up. And Cobra is a little bit more forward there, so can give them some support. The zone has shifted right over to the other side from SMB here, so this is much more favorable for CR actually, but it's a big open area they've got to push through. They are trying to get some smokes down. But particularly a bad circle for SMB, but not really a great circle for anyone, in fairness. I mean, it might work out okay for Avita. Sweeney with a nice knock on Vaz there. 7 kills on the board for Avita. Going to be some more good points for them. Trying to find a shot on Likey's here. Not managing to land it in the end. We've just got 5 seconds. Santi knocked by Alex there. Great knock from Alex. And Likey's is low as well. Let's see CR on the back foot here. Likey's is on 1 HP pretty much. Santi's on his knees. And that is the chance that SMB needed. They're just going to be scrapping with Avita here. Let's get ourselves in with Lou. He's covering this angle on SMB here with the MK. They're smoking that, but I feel like they left that smoke just a little bit too late here. The smoke's not going to be fully out. And Lou is going to be ready to shoot. They might just get away with that. Oh, big hits on Sweeney there over the shoulder of Lou. Oh, look, they're all grouped up here. Oh, my, Lou drops. Alex is gone. Cobra is gone. They've just got Juicy left in there. He's on very low HP. Sweeney and Lou are moving out. And there goes Juicy, finished off by Santi. So it's just Santi and Likey's here versus Sweeney and Lou. 2v2. CR have got the upper ground here. This circle is going to close down a little bit more. It's going to push CR first. It's going to push CR off. But Avita again, aggressive. Drops Likey's. It's a 2v1. It's Santi versus Lou and Likey's. Versus Lou and Sweeney. Nice drop on Sweeney, though. It's 1v1. It's Lou versus Santi. Lou's got the health, though. Let's get ourselves in with Lou. Surely that's it. Santi drops him. Brilliant play from Santi against the odds in the 2v1. He takes down Sweeney and Lou. Takes down Sweeney and Lou to grab the chicken dinner for CR in a fantastic finish there. Very nicely played. That is going to be the first win of the tournament from CR. They were sitting down in 9th. That is a great win for them. Good amount of kills there. 6, 7, 8, 9 kills for CR with the chicken dinner. Avita coming in surprise second there after having a 2v1 and it not paying off. And then SMB coming in third with a really nice haul of kills as well. So good amount of points for some of the teams at the top there. That's going to work out nicely for SMB on the leaderboards, I think. Rascals didn't have a great game. AVR didn't have a great game. So that's really going to help. I think we might see SMB put themselves back up into the top 3 with that finish. Wow, what a good finish. That was awesome. I think that was the best Vikendi finish we've had so far. Not often you see a Vita get dealt a blow like that when they've got a 2v1. Very nicely played in the end there by CR to hold them off, particularly with low health from CR there. So very nicely done. Good display from SMB. That's going to treat him very well in the leaderboard. Looking forward to seeing the update on that. And that is the last Vikendi game of the tournament, the last Vikendi game of PCCL. We have 1 game remaining to bring you today. That is going to be on Erangel. We're going to get that lobby set up in just a few moments. That game, I think, is due to start in about 10 minutes' time. So we're going to take a very short break, and then I will be back with the leaderboard, and we will go over that, and we'll see just where everyone is sitting. So I'll be back in just a few minutes and we will catch up with the leaderboard. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that Vikendi game. That was certainly a pretty spicy finish for us. Nice to see CR managing to grab themselves a very respectable points haul from that game. We are ready to have a look at the leaderboard here, and we'll be getting into the lobby for the last game of the session in just a minute, which is due to start just in about 5 minutes time, so not too long to wait for the last game of the day. But the leaderboard has been updated, so let's jump over and have a little look at that. So here we go. After 15 games played, we've got just 1 game remaining of the Console Carnage League. I can tell you that Avita are currently sitting first on 230 points. They are about 116 points ahead of BT in second. So unless BT can get 117 points or more in game number 4 of the day, then I think it's safe to say that this is Avita's tournament. 144 kills, sorry, 43 kills. Don't want to overstate it. 143 kills on the board for Avita in that first place spot. 230 points, 5 chicken dinners. They haven't got a win yet today. I think they'll be disappointed with that, but I don't think they'll be disappointed with 230 points and 143 kills. BT1 still sitting in second. They're holding on to that. They got a few points last game, but they haven't really managed to extend that lead too much. They are still sitting in second. 114 points of BT1 there. AVR sitting in third. They're on 103 points, so just 11 points behind BT. And then we've got SMB, the Smiling Butchers, managed to grab a pretty good amount of points. They came, third in the end they got in that game, but they got a nice amount of kills, which has given them 94 points. They're on exactly the same points as Rascals, actually. So Butchers and Rascals both on 94. 1 game remaining today. Certainly possible for any of SMB, Rascals. We've got RMV. They're on 86, so they're only a few points behind Rascals. Rascals dropped out quite early in that last game, so certainly could see, even VE, they're on 86. They're only 14 points behind. Potentially could see, still any team down to 7th could scrape in and grab in that 3rd spot. Be interesting to see what this last Erangel game does for us. So as we jump over to our top fragger, we can see that Sweeney is currently sitting top with 40, just 1 ahead of Lou. Then Gar's on 36 and Stanners is on 38. So our last Erangel game last week, we've had some interesting Erangel finishes over the course of the tournament. I think it's safe to say last week's final Erangel game was the most interesting so far. We had the Everest finish. We were pushed all the way to the mountain. The circle finished right up on top. And it provided a really quite an interesting experience for everyone involved. We saw Avita and I think CR were up on top of Everest for most of the game, trying to contest it, but it ended up being SMB who pushed up whilst the Vita were busy scrapping with another team, and they actually took the victory in the end on the final game of the day last week. That was a 10-kill win for SMB last week that they took that. We had a Vita got 15 in their second place. So, even today we've seen, Vita haven't got a chicken dinner yet, but they've still managed to get a lot of kills in basically every game they've played in. I'd be interested to have a look at the leaderboard just for today and see how it looks. There we go. So that's the leaderboard just from today's games. So Vita, even without the win, they're on 45 points. CR are sitting in second on the day. So really strong day for CR. 29 kills for Vita, 21 for CR. Nice kill haul for CR as well. Done very well today. AVR, 24 points today. BT got 21. It's better. Last week, they just got 12 points. So definitely a better week for BT. If they can get a good result this game, they'll be able to secure second place. I think they'd be pretty happy with that. Lake have had a good one this week. They hadn't been really up there the last few weeks. So there's still an opportunity for them to creep up a little bit more. RMV are still doing okay. They haven't had quite the storming week as they had last week, but they are doing better than they did the first couple of weeks. So an interesting mix. Let me just get myself in the lobby so they don't start without me, because that would be terribly awkward. It'd help if I could actually spell the password correctly. There we go. So we are due to start any moment now for the final game of the day. As you can tell, casting 16 games of PUBG on my own over the last 4 weeks has taken its toll on my voice. But today is the last day, and then I can have a nice rest from shouting for a little while. But it has been a pleasure to be involved. Thank you very much for PUBG for asking me to cast this. Thank you to everyone from PUBG and Being Esports who has also been involved in the organization of it. We are starting the lobby now. I was worried we were going to actually maybe start without me, but we're all fine. Everything is okay. The organization is flawless. It's all gone No, I'm not going to say anything till it's finished. We're not going to give the commentator's curse to the tournament. We're just going to sit here and politely cast away. This is the last game of the tournament. This is our final Erangel game, our final game, game 16. Really a lap of honor, I think, at this stage for Vita. It was a lap of honor, let's face it, at the start of the day. But it's certainly a lap of honor for them coming into this game. But they haven't got a win yet today. They've had at least one win on all the other days of the tournament. So they'll definitely be keen to try and get a chicken dinner on the final day as well, I think. Just getting the lobby started. We've had quite a mix of circles on Erangel so far over the tournament. Not really sure what would be interesting to see to mix it up this time. We've had a military base circle. We've had the mountain circle. We've had the mill to power circle. We had a Severny circle. So we've had kind of a bit of everything, really. We haven't really had maybe a horrendous field one. That's always a bit of a massacre. Nothing up in the northwest, but you're not really, you rarely end up there. The Severny one was about as extreme as our circles have gotten so far on Erangel. So just 1 minute till the game starts. We are all in. We are ready to go. The countdown is a ticking for our final game of the day, final game of the tournament. Hopefully we'll see some more of these tournaments in the future. If you've got any feedback that you would like to leave, you can do that on the PCCL Discord. You can find a command for that in Twitch chat, or you can do that on Twitter to the PUBG_support Twitter account. Feel free to send some feedback. Let us know what you think, whether that's as a player or as a spectator. We'd be interested to hear what you have to say about it, and we can take that into consideration for the future tournaments if they happen, which I really hope they do, because it's been super fun, and I know it's been a lot of fun for the players, and there's plenty of players who weren't playing in this one who I know would love to play in get a chance to play in the tournament as well. So just a few seconds to go for our last game of the day. We are going to be jumping over to Erangel and seeing what our teams can do. Can Vita get a win for the day? Team Anita, can BT hold on to second place? Will AVR take third? Or can SMB, Rascals, or RMV spoil their party? Let's find out. Here we go. Plane is a come-in for game number 4, the final game of the PCCL, the last game of the tournament. And here come our players. So pretty south plane, it's going to put off a few drop locations of some of our teams. Certainly it's central, but to the south. So I think we're going to see a few backup drops coming from some of our gang. Might get quite busy down to the south here. Be interesting to see if another team decides to try and contest the South Island. We've not really seen more than one team bother going down there so far over the tournament. But we may see that now. Looks like AVR, they're going to stick with their ferry drop. They've been doing that most of the course of the tournament. RMV are going for Quarry and Prim. Got BKG on the west coast here. BT, they've normally gone for Pachinki, but they've actually gone on, and Pizza and Paella have gone for Pachinki. BT are going over. They're going further on. They don't want to contest that. Rascals heading up to apartments. Vita have gone for their standard drop, as you'd expect. The plane works very well for them. SMB split across the bridge here. We've got a couple of teams over in Milta here, Milta Town. And SMB Knife Squad are split on the bridge, but Smiling Butchers are over nearer the actual Millie base itself. We've got two teams going to Lipovka, which we might go and have a little look at. They're both going to go for that, and the zone has... Oh, that is an interesting one. Okay. So that is very southwest, and pretty much an even chance, I would say, of that going south or north. That could go... that could kind of go either way. Just zoom out and see if any of these guys are... Oh yeah, Beast is very close to... who's this? There's a baddie around. There's Lammy's creeping up on him. He's just gonna sit there and wait. Oh my god, look, Beastie is right there. He has no clue. He has no clue that Lammy is here. Oh, and he gets him, and what a way to go for Beastly. Beastly's going to need to get himself a change of clothes after that one. Didn't know Lammy was there, and he's been taken down. Nice little crime of opportunity by Lammy. And BT2 finding themselves on the back foot immediately down in Milta Town. And they've got a fair old way to get to the zone as well. Let's get ourselves up to Lipovka. I want to see what's going on with these guys. We've got CR here and VE. So CR obviously coming off the back of that win. VE, they do have a chance. They're not maybe a tougher chance than some, but they do have a chance of maybe managing to grab third position if they have a really good game. So they're going to be not wanting to do anything too crazy here. They don't want to lose anyone early. They do have a boat at the back if they want to make some huge boat play, but I think they might need a gas can if they decide to go all that way around by sea. There are shots coming in here from Rouser, but he is on his own here, so he's got to be careful. And he's only got Hollow on that Mini. And you do tend to find when you're having these early... When you know there's another squad in your town, you often end up not really getting as much loot as you'd like because you're so paranoid having to keep an eye out for the enemy that you end up running around with a Mini 14 with a Hollow on it and a Tommy gun and a level 1 helmet. They are going to go for the boat. Yep, Reema's got the boat. He doesn't even have a helmet yet. Oh, this is rough from VE. They need someone to be able to put some support fire back in. That boat is exposed now. Krypton's got eyes on it. Krypton is just watching it. He's got a 6x SLR. He's not mucking about. Oh, they've done well to... He's caught napping a little bit there. They've done well to get the boat out of the way. And they're just gonna go. They're just going there. Putting shots on them here. Oh. Okay. Well, Beast just got Lammy, so there's some revenge there for BT2. So, I guess they just think that Rouser and Sawyer are going to, find their own way out of there. Not quite sure what the play is here. Don't know if they have another vehicle nearby. But we'll see how they manage to get on. Is there another boat at the back here? There goes Mazzelli from Team Finland, taken down by Beast. Okay, well, we'll catch up with VE later on and see what they managed to do. This is back in Milton Town, where we had BT2 and Team Finland scrapping a little while ago. They got Lammy down now. Lammy is knocked. Laker just cruising past. There you go. Here's this is Lammy. He's all on his own here. They need to get in that building and support him. Mazzetti's already been taken down. They're going to try and make their way over here. Benez and Tepsil taking some hits from Beastly on the way. They've got a nice little split going on. Nice split angle here. Oh, Tepsil dropped nicely by Sunny coming in from behind. Very well played by Sunny. Good positioning from BT. They do manage to take down Team Finland. That's going to give them 4 kills on the board there for BT2. They've got only 3 players, actually. Or that might just be because I think Beastly might have rage quit after he got ambushed on the stairs, and he is now gone. So teams making their way in. Let's get ourselves down here because we've got Lake and SMB having a scrap. Oh, Lake, look at Godly is on such low HP, but he has got away with it just about. It was SMB Knife Squad here we saw grabbing taken the split on the bridge. Is this? Pains is on the bridge. Pains is running a bridgey. It was one of the Lake boys who is now at the bottom of the lake down here. That's been caught out. Must have been caught mid-vault, I guess. Who's this driving over? This is SND? Yep, this is S&D. We got Palmer and Co making their way in via the docks. Or are they just actually going to beach it at the docks and walk in? There's still a little way to go, but yeah, they are going to go for it. Okay. Careful you don't get run over by your own boat there, lads. It's Palmer and Legends. Let's get over here. We've got a crate down right by the bridge here, just next to it. SMB and Pete's from Pyre. Oh, this is AVR having a big scrap here with BKG down at Ferry Pier. They are scrapping right on the end of the pier here. And this is AVR's drop location, so this is where they started out. BKG have moved over to try and take this. They were more out to the west, and they've moved over to try and control this zone. We got a little bit of a scrap going on. Oh, Dip's been dropped by RMV. Zipped there. Where are these guys scrapping? That is, that's over in Prim. We'll keep an eye on this, because if that's Dip is from BT1, and they need to get themselves a good result, really. Donnie is already out there, so it looks like Dip is going to go, and Blackie has been left here. Blackie is on his own here, and RMV are all around it. Or Blackie's going to try and get out there. Foxy's coming in from behind, though. Oh, he's just got out there, but Mushu and Foxy have great shots on him here. Surely he's going to go. Yeah, Blackie's gone. Nice play from RMV. Run over by MV to finish him off in the end. And that leaves BT with just 2 remaining. Just going to be Donnie and Whitey now. So, tough one for them. Oh, let's go over to the way out east here. We've got S&D and VE having a scrap here. S&D, they have got themselves a vehicle now. Rima is over there. Is Rima all that's left from VE? Oh my god, are they still up at Lipovka? I think 2 of them are still up at Lipovka. They are. Wow. Rouser is still up here. And, yep, and Sawyer, he has found a car, but they are a long way from home. They are a long way from home. Looks like S&D here are going to move themselves in. They've broken off that fight. They got themselves a kill on VE. They're going to move into the zone. We've got SMB. Is this Knife Squad or the other one? It's so confusing having 2 teams from the same clan in the tournament. This is Knife Squad, SMB Knife Squad down here to the south of the military base, just by the pier. We've got Dope Pains Fanboy and Josie down here taking up positions. Well, there's the zone. We have gone south. We are a milli finished. They're all going to need to cross. A lot of the teams already are across. Oh, Vita are not really. Oh, they got a bit of a journey to make. They're still over near where they dropped. If they can get a boat, they can get across okay. But I think it's going to start to get pretty busy. Going to get pretty busy. We'll get ourselves over to the ferry in a minute. Yeah, they do have a boat by the look of it. Or are they just, yeah, they're going for this boat here. And they're going to make their way across. Scar has got himself a pistol. Not sure if he's running the pistol only, but be nice to see. Not really anything to lose at this stage. A lot of teams moving down south here. Let's get over here, see what Lake are going to do. We've got Lake, we've got SMB, we've got SND. Various teams trying to contest these compounds, but it's SMB up here who are controlling the bridge. Knife Squad are down in the south. And here we go. These shots on Lake from SMB are actually probably going to help out SND. They're going to get some intel here and know that it's spicy up here. It's like they're going to go, oh, and Legends has just knocked himself by crashing the car into the corner there. And Neuros is going to have to revive him. Lucky no one was watching, except for me and 300 other people. But he is going to be able to get back on his feet. Little moment there for Legends, but he is able to recover. And they're able to keep 4 players going. SMB Knife Squad here. They've taken this compound over to the west. They've left that ferry location. This is going to be Lake, a little bit further around. And let's see what everyone's going to do who has to cross. Oh, we've got BT2 here coming up against Avita. Let's move over. What's left of them? I think it's going to be a 2v4 perhaps here. Let's get into player cam. We've got Sweeney. We've got all of them going. There we go. Yes, just Sunny. Oh, big hits on Louis. He's caught napping there. Caught looking the wrong way. It's T-Bone and Sunny. 2v4 now. 2v3, I should say. Lou's been finished off. He's gone. He is gone. T-Bone dropped those stanners, taken down with the Bison. And it is going to be all over for BT2. There we go. That is a BT2 out of that. Just 1 BT team left. And they were down to 2 members already. They're over. Yeah, they're still up here. You can see to the northwest. AVR here, they've made their way across. They've got across to this compound here pretty comfortably. Pizza and Pierre holding the north end of the bridge here. And then we've still got Rascals way up, right on the edge. This is going to be interesting because Rascals, BKG, Pizza and Pierre, they've all got to move across. I mean, Pizza are kind of controlling the bridge. So that's going to be okay for them. But it looks like BT1 have just bailed out. They're going to go back and try and find a boat, it looks like. But they better hope there's one there because the zone's getting pretty late and they don't have any other options if this doesn't work out for them. Let's go and see what they've got around here. Here's Donnie and Whitey. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be quite a drive for them to find something. Oh, they're just going further and further from the zone and there is just nothing. There is nothing for them. So good luck, boys. I don't think that's going to work out too well for you. And they are sitting in second place at the moment. And the ones to watch behind them are AVR, are SMB, are Rascals, RMV. If any of those teams have big games, they could push them out of that second place finish. And this is AVR. They've got a great little position, actually. Dead center of the zone. They've got a drop coming down right next to them. Very decent position indeed for AVR here. Everyone else moving their way over. RMV is still in. SMB just moving over. Pizza are coming down. Avita are moving in quite late here. They're going to have to fight for a compound if they want one. Looks like the southeast is maybe going to get a bit busier. I think Avotix is going to go for this. Yep. Should be okay to make this. It's not too busy over here right now. Now's the time to go for it. What is he going to get from it? There's an AWM in there. Oh, is he? Did he just turn around? Nope. You're good. You're good. Go on, mate. Take the Orm. Nope, fancies the Mini. Leaving the AWM, but he gets the armor. And there we go. Oh, it's getting busy down here. Everyone moving through. They're going to end up straight by Mushu and RMV, though. Look, SMB. Oh, they've just driven into an awful position here. Just trying to find their way in, but all the area on the edge is taken. RMV landing loads of nice shots. Dope is very low. I think he might just get away with it. Oh, Santi just ran over Cobra from SMB. Oh, and Dope's gone. He's gone. They took out a tire, he hit the cliff and got knocked from the crash. Sweeney dropping Alex. They bumped into Pizza and Pierre there. Might be able to get, well, Dope is knocked and sort of safe, but no one else is really near him. Oh my god, look at BKG are down here. That is not ideal. Fanboy is up above them. He might be able to get some easy kills here on, yeah, Wheelix is gone. Oh dear. SMB Fanboy here farming kills. He was quite high on the top fragger leaderboard and he might be able to do something for that. Is he? I thought he was going to frag for a second. Yeah, he's just waiting for him to pop up here. Let's just bring up the big map a sec. Oh, Bush taking it's not a good position. Rascals are pushing across. I'm assuming that BT1 have died zone. Yep. No, they've got cars. They're going to try and get across in cars. If they got meds, they can still make it. I mean, the ferries are in. The piers are in, rather. There's no ferries. And there goes BKG, finished off. I'm assuming this is the map being weird, and that's not... Yeah, Vita are down here. Okay, yeah, I thought the map was just confusing us for a moment there, but Vita are actually all the way down here and not on the north side of the bridge, which would have been somewhat confusing, I think. Oh, no, that's VE. There we go. We found them. We found them. So we got 3 left. Gargod, Sweeney, and Stan is still going. There's the zone, just shifts us a little way in. Wasn't really too many other places it could have gone. Here's poor old BT1. We'll just get ourselves on the right side of the water. Donnie and Whitey. Good luck, lads. So they're just going to sit here. They're going to med and try and swim that, I guess. I mean, it might be doable. They don't really have any other options at this stage. So just med and get swimming and hope, I guess, lads. Good luck. Every little bit of placement helps. But there's still 10 teams remaining at the moment, so they're not really going to get any points for dropping out at this stage. S&D here, they've just got 1 kill on the board, but they've got all 4 remaining. Oh, look at this. Rascals, they're out at sea, and they are getting caught by RMV here. They're moving in late. Oh, and they've lost their boat. I assume they had a boat, but they are now all adrift, and they're getting wiped out here. They're going down. Cocky's gone. Timmy's gone. It's just Bobber left. He's trying to do what he can, but I don't think there's much he can do really in this situation. He's got 4 people. Look at him. RMV got 8 kills here. Nice game from RMV. They were sitting in 6th going into this, and a big game could throw them easily into the top 3. They were on 86 points. They were about 17 points behind AVR, and then another 10 or so points behind BT1. So looks like BT1 are going to go out probably with a pretty low points finish here. Let's get up with Polnara because he's waiting for him by the look of it. I think he's seen him. And, you know, if BT have this poor game, RMV have a big game, we might see RMV managing to push himself up into a pretty decent spot. There goes Donnie. Donnie's drowned in the end. Just Whitey left. They've seen Whitey as well. They're going to wait for him. Rascal's gone as well, so they were in 5th. They're not going to really pull themselves into the top 3, I think, with that. SMB, I think we still got going. We got Josie and Fanboy. We just got one of the SMB teams. Is it the right SMB team? It's not. It's not. So I don't think SMB are going to be contesting that right now. So Whitey is still alive here. They haven't seen where he's gone. He's made a sort of big play around the edge. He's just trying to get some extra placement, and every point can be critical. Oh, they spotted him now, though. They have seen him now. This is going to be really tough for Whitey to find his way in. There goes Whitey. He's gone 9th place finish for BT1. Will it be enough? I think they'd be unlucky to fall out of the top 3 at this stage, but they could find themselves dropping down. I mean, AVR were only 11 points behind them going into this game, and they're looking pretty strong right now. They haven't got any kills, but they've got a good position, and they've got all 4 remaining and some pretty nice loot. So AVR need to start getting some kills on the board if they want to overtake BT, I think. Although if they get a good placement, they should be able to do that. Let's go and see what everyone else has got going on. We've got a Vita up on the hill, S&D just across the road from them. How are RMV getting on? It's going to be interesting seeing, I think, what this circle does for us. RMV have been holding those cliffs, but if they get pushed off here, it could be very nasty for them without any real solid cover. Here we go. It's gone slightly to the north. Gar getting some shots on Neuros there, taken down. Let's bring ourselves over to the Evita boys. Oh, it's not a brilliant bit of cover for S&D there. And there goes their transport. So 4 kills on the board for Evita. Oh, RMV getting another kill. That was Josie taken down by Zip. Let's move over. Josie's gone. That is 10 kills for RMV. RMV throwing in another big game here. Another big game coming in from RMV. They've got themselves in the edge of the zone here. They don't have brilliant cover. They need to try and maybe spread the angle a bit, clear out some of these solos. That Fanboy is going to be an issue. Oh, and the S&D are getting lit up from all sides here. Marcos from Pizza Empire has actually moved in and taken them out with a frag. Sweeney got one as well. And this is not looking good. Pinch between Pizza and Avita. Just Pigeon remaining from S&D. 3 remaining for Pizza here. They've got, oh no, sorry, all 4 actually. Just 2 kills on the board, but they've got all 4 remaining. Just a bit of a spread going on. Polonara is off to one side. I think Krypton is all that remains from CR. Yep, they're on 4 kills. Holding this little central compound. AVR still holding the same compound. And then this guy over at the back might mix things up. Who is this at the back? This is Fanboy, who we know is a very decent player indeed. Where's Lake? Oh, Lake are just coming up behind Avita here. They are close. Oh, here's Ang's far as down. And Godly here. Godly gets Gar. Gar is taken out. He is gone. Stannis is down as well, actually. So this is just Sweeney versus Godly, I think, at the moment. Godly left up and Sweeney. And Pigeon's taken down Marcus. Nicely done, but he is dropped by Alex in the end. Godly versus Sweeney here could be the end of either Lake or Avita, but it's going to be the end of Lake, and he's going to be able to get Stannis back up, and that is a big knock there. That gives Avita a fighting chance here. Stannis and Sweeney, they've lost Gar and Lou, but Stannis and Sweeney are still definitely capable of doing some dangerous work. Pizza and Pierre looking like they're in a pretty good spot right now. I think they lost one. Yeah, they lost Marcos. They've had some really decent games over the course of the tournament, but they've just not managed to convert it into a huge game or a chicken dinner yet. So let's see what RMV are going to do. They've got 11 kills. Their car is absolutely ruined, and they're going to try and move in. There is just Krypton here. It's just one guy, and they'll probably realize that, I think, from the amount of shots coming in. Krypton is pushing it hard, but they can just park up and get some shots back. They should be able to take this compound pretty comfortably. They got four men to push it with. They can do that quickly before Avita start putting shots down on them. There you go. Krypton's gone. That's 12 kills. Good, aggressive, decisive play from RMV. They've taken that compound. It is just edge zone, but it is a compound in the zone. So AVR, all 4 remaining, but AVR still with 0 kills. They're sitting in 3rd, but they've got no kills. It's probably going to be enough to creep them ahead of BT if they manage to get, you know, another place or 2. But I'm really interested to see what's going to happen to RMV's points after this. Avita are just outside the zone here, so Sweeney and Stanners are going to have to push down. I don't think they've really got too much to play with on the edge of that zone. So this is the last 4 teams in the last game of the PCCL. Let's see who's going to get the final win of the tournament. It's going to be AVR, RMV, Avita, or Pizza and Pierre. And there's shots coming in on Avita. Stanners and Sweeney are getting lit up here. Everyone else, there goes Sweeney. Nice hit from Mushu. Can he convert that? Is they going to get the finish? They want to get every point. It's critical here. They need to do it. I think he's on a little bit of a lip there, actually. So he is in cover. But it does mean he's not going to get, that's not going to get stolen. Yeah, Stanners is actually able to grab the revive in the end. I'm amazed no one has an angle. Oh, some Envy has come way out. Oh, he came way out to try and get it, but he gets caught. He gets caught by Stanners. Nicely played by Stanners, but that does delay him enough, and he's not going to be able to revive Sweeney now. So they lost Envy for that, but oh, he might. He's thinking about it. No, there we go. The shot's coming in. Sweeney's gone. So that does. Oh, Polonara got him in the end. So that's stolen nicely by Polonara. So that, unfortunately, that gamble by Envy didn't pay off. It didn't pay off. He wanted to try and get that kill, get that point, but it's gone to Pizza and Pyre instead. Not a threat to them in the leaderboard, but it's a point lost. And Stannis here is just getting lit up by everyone. He's not in a good place right now. So many shots coming in. There he goes. Doros takes it in the end. That is kill number 5 in the end for Pizza and Pyre. So it's Pizza and Pyre versus AVR versus RMV to decide this. AVR just sitting relaxing in this compound like they've been doing all game. They've got 0 kills still, kind of remarkably, but they've had this compound just the entire match so far. And potentially, I'm not quite sure how many points RMV are going to get from this. I don't know if it's... I think it might... It's certainly going to get them up around AVR. And, you know, if AVR might be fighting to hold on to third place at this rate. They may be fighting to hold on to third place. I think the leaderboard is really going to get shaken up. It's going to be very interesting to see. Before this game, as it goes in, we had BT1 on 114 points. We had AVR on 103, just 11 points behind. BT went out with no points pretty much from this game. And then RMV were down in 6th on 86 points. So they had some points to make up, but they've got 12 kills on the board. 7 of those from Foxy. And they're moving up. They've got a nice little bit of position here. AVR, they're finally going to have to leave this compound. They're getting out of there. They are moving out. Zipped is trying to hold them off. Shots coming in, and AVR in a bad spot here because they've got Pizza and Pyro have got height on them as well. This is one of those things where you sit in a compound that's just a great compound for the zone all game. All game, and then one shift late comes on, and you end up in a terrible, terrible spot. Looks like exactly what's happened to AVR. They're now pinched between two teams with better positions than them. Oh, Alex taking a big hit from the side there. That was from RMV. Nice hits. Didn't quite knock him, though. Got a headshot, but didn't quite knock him. Let's move over and see what Zip's got going on. He's holding that forward position, keeping AVR back. They're getting very close. Shots coming in on Ricky. Ricky is low. Surely one of them's going to get him. Yeah, Ricky dropped by Mushu nicely. He's gone. Then no one's... They might be able to... They want to get that finish, really. Trying to throw everything they've got at Zips. They don't want to let Pizza and Paella get that flush. They need to get that kill confirmed. Every point is critical here. Volk's dropped by Alex there. That might be a kill steal for them if they can get that. That was Alex off from the side. They're taking him down. AVR really pegged back here. Shots coming in from all sorts of angles. Oh, Zip's been dropped by Polonara. Zipped is down. They're not... they're going to struggle to get that revive. And Avotix is pushing in. Ricky there drops zone. There goes Zipped. Stolen by AVR in the end. Nice little point for them. Foxy is low. He's medding up here. And there goes Mushu taking them by Doris as well. Pizza and Paella, they could be on course for getting their first win here. They've been putting so many shots into the side of these guys. They've got such nice position here. And everyone else is just getting caught in the open and taking side shots and moving with the AVR. They've still got 3 remaining. Trying to get some shots on Foxy here. Volk, Pax, and Avotix still left. And there is just one of RMV left. So they've had a big game, but I don't know if they're going to be able to convert it to the higher than third place. But 13 kills is still a very good amount of points. I think that is going to get them into the top 3. I don't know. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Foxy's still got a few frags. He's popped them in there. Oh, they are close. That second one was good, but just unfortunately not quite enough damage. If that was the old frags, they would have done it, but not quite enough, sadly. Can you imagine if it got a little cheeky double kill there? Those zones about to start moving. They're all going to get shoved. Foxy's got a little way to go, but AVR have got the furthest to go, and it's Pizza and Paella who are sitting pretty up here, holding the zone, and it's their game to lose, really, at this stage. Here we are with Doris. He's got 2 kills on the board so far. Pizza and Paella all the way down in 10th at the moment, but this win, well, this game, I should say, if they do convert it to a win, it's going to get them in a really nice position to finish up. Great hits on Pax there from Doris. Nicely done. And the Votix taking hits. That was Foxy actually getting a Votix. If Foxy is able to finish one of these kills, that's going to be really important. He gets Pax, and he gets both. He got some Votix and Pax. They're on 15 kills now. 1 left to go, and he drops Volk as well. 16 kills, 10 for Foxy. It's a 3v1. It's going to be a struggle now, literally an uphill struggle, and he's running into the open. But he is on 16 kills. There's a huge game. Watch out for that frag, mate. And has he done enough for RMV? Has he done enough? Alex with the final kill there takes the win for Pizza and Paella. Lovely to see their first win of the tournament in the final game of the PCCL. They do grab it with 7 kills in the end there. 7 kills for Pizza and Paella. All 4 of them making it to the end. I think there we had Foxy, Zipped, Envy, and Mushu from RMV grabbing a whole ton of kills in 2nd place, and AVR taking 3rd. They just got 1 kill in the end there. Vita coming in 4th, CR in 5th. And I am very interested to see the final leaderboard. So wow, that was a great finish. That was a great finish. I know it's not fighting for the #1 spot in the tournament. That is going to be Avita's tournament. Avita have definitely won. They were just miles and miles ahead all day really today. So congratulations to Vita, champions of the PCCL. But I think who's going to come second and who's going to come third is all up for grabs right now. We're just going to wait for this final table to update, and we will see where we are sitting. Should just take a couple of minutes to get that leaderboard, and then we'll see who's going to take it. I don't know if BT are going to manage to hold on to that. It's going to be AVR and RMV really scrapping over second and third with BT. SMB, I'm not sure they did enough. Rascals certainly didn't do enough. V, I don't think have. So it is going to be between those three teams to see who is going to get into the top three. Another really interesting circle there for us. That was a nice. We've had 2 South finishes on Erangel. That was a fun one to watch. Some crazy rotations people are having to make in boats. So it might not be the most fun for the players, but I think for spectating, it was certainly a lot of fun for me to watch the absolute carnage that ensued in that kind of circle. Some of the plays people had to make, people getting caught out in the water, so many people getting shot while they were swimming. It was pretty spicy. So we're just waiting for the leaderboard to update. I think we are possibly going to have a chat with a couple of members of the winners of Avita in just a moment. Let me just catch up with my guys and see what is going on. But I believe we are going to do a little interview in a few moments with Gargod and Sweeney from Team Avita, the winners of the PCCL. So we are going to do the leaderboard first, so we'll just wait for that to update, and then we can show you, well, we know who's won. I think that's safe to say. No one managed to catch up 100 points on Team Avita. But as we said, very interested to see who's going to be sitting in the second and third place finishes. There were prizes up for grabs, I should say, for the top three finishers. I'm sorry, it's been a long evening and my words are starting to fail me. I'm sure the interview is going to go absolutely swimmingly. Can't wait. Thankfully, I wrote down all my questions so I can just read it off and hopefully not sound like too much of an idiot. Right, we're just getting ourselves ready for the interview with the winners from Team Avita. Just waiting for the leaderboard to update. Hope everyone has been enjoying the tournament so far. If you do have any feedback you want to leave, you can do that on the PCCL Discord. There's a command for that in Twitch chat. And also, you can leave feedback on Twitter, on the PUBG support Twitter, PUBG_support. So whether that's as a viewer or as a player or as a potential player, feel free to leave your feedback on one of those channels and someone from PUBG will have a look at it. And, we will take that all into consideration. I say we, I just sit here and talk. I'm not really doing any of the organizing whatsoever. Thank you again to PUBG for inviting me to come and cast these. It's been an absolute blast. If you don't know who I am, my name's Ben. And I normally stream over on the Beard Guys, and we do YouTube and stuff as well, do lots of PUBG console stuff. Big thank you to our sponsors, Scuff Gaming Performance Controllers, for sponsoring the PUBG Console Carnage League. And thank you as well to everyone over at PUBG and Being Esports for the organization to make everything run nice and smoothly. And I think it's safe to say the finals have run nice and smoothly. We didn't have any game crashes or anything like that. The spectator mode worked really nicely, particularly the last couple of weeks with the new features we had in observer mode. So it's been good. It's been real fun to be a part of, and nice to see an official PUBG supported tournament for console, which is something I think a lot of players have wanted for a long time, and it's nice to see that happen, and nice to see it happen in a way that's had so much support from PUBG as well. They've had a lot of people putting a lot of time and energy into the organization of it to keep it running smoothly. So yeah, it's been a real pleasure to be a part of it. It's been very professionally run. There's a lot going on behind the scenes that, you maybe don't get to see, but it's been good. We did a rehearsal and everything. That's how professional it is. We are just, there we go, the leaderboard. I have managed to continually fill the air by talking for the last 5 minutes, but the leaderboard is now updated, so you can have a look. So after 16 games played, 4 days of finals, the PCCL has concluded, and Avita are top with 242 points, 151 kills. Pretty huge haul for Avita there. 5 chicken dinners. They didn't get one today in the end, but I don't think they'll be too bothered by that. They have absolutely destroyed the competition, I think it's safe to say. BT, they have managed to hold on to second. RMV, they were 1 point. They were 1 point off third. They didn't manage to close down on BT. Look at that. They were just 6 points. RMV, they were 1 point behind AVR and 6 points behind BT. That is so tight. So tight. And they put in such a big game at the end there. It feels harsh, but RMV, they had quite a weak day 1 and day 2. And then they came in really strong last week. Really strong today, particularly that last game. But unfortunately, because of those quieter weeks 1 and 2, that they've ended up just a point of hitting the top 3. But very well played from RMV. They dropped 2 huge wins. 2 huge games over the tournament that were really fun to watch. They didn't win that game, but it was a nice game to watch. And they had a big win last week on Erangel as well. But congratulations to BT. BT won, taking the second place with 114 points. Very well done by BT. They had a really strong day 1 and 2, and then they've just kind of hung on to it, I think, by the skin of their teeth. Day 3 and 4 is probably fair to say, but day 1 and 2, they did very, very well indeed. And well done to AVR, who have crushed it the last couple of weeks as well. Come through 109 points, taking third position. So RMV in fourth, Smiling Butchers, S&B in fifth in the end, Rascals finishing 6th. CR finishing in 7th. Then Pizza and Pie managed to creep up a couple of places into 8th with that chicken dinner at the end there. VE taking 9th spot. SMB Knife Squad taking 10th. BT2 down in 11th. Then SND in 12th. Team Finland in 13th. Then Lake, BKG. And that is it for the tournament. Quick look at the player leaderboard, and then we're going to jump over and have a very quick interview with Gar and Sweeney from Team Avita. I just want to see who's came out top off that. Sweeney's top fragger with 43. Lou with 40 kills in second place. And Gar in third with 38. Foxy got himself out of nowhere into fourth spot with 30 kills because he dropped. Didn't he get 10 in that last game? Massive game from Foxy. He's put himself, he's managed to just split Avita from having the top 4. Kind of. He's joint with Stanners. So very nicely done by Foxy there from RMV. Huge last game. So we're going to jump in and have an interview. Forgive me, I'm going to have a sip of water before I can find the interview room. Hello, Team Avita. How are you guys doing? Congratulations on winning the PCCL.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's been delightful.
I'm glad you've enjoyed your time. How does it feel to be the winners of the first PUBG EU official competition we've had?
So why don't you start off and tell everybody the story of how we got to this moment?
I've been doing that for the last 3 hours. So, how you feel today went? Pleased with your final day? You enjoy it? I saw you guys having a nice dance on Vikendi at one stage. That was a particular highlight for me, I think.
Yeah, you can't take it too serious.
So, obviously, you've come out with this with a pretty commanding lead. Do you think there's something particularly that your team did that helped push you ahead of the competition? Are there particular roles that you take on in the team? Is there something you think you've done that other teams haven't done?
We're just more organised, I think.
Just organised. The best IGL?
Yeah, lose the best IGL.
Like, when you have like the person who knows the most about like the scene and places on the map and where to play, and you just put me and Sween and Stanners in places we need to be.
Yeah, I've noticed from spectating, you guys have been playing a lot more split positions than I think most of the other teams. often holding, like the Everest game last week. You guys had,
Yeah.
Lou was sitting in that compound for ages, and you were back and forth from there on the mountain, and yeah, it was very interesting to watch. So is there a particular moment over the course of the tournament that stands out as a highlight for either of you two? I think it was week 2 when you two pushed the whole of BT on Erangel and wiped out all 4 of them was pretty good to watch. And I think Lou getting himself stuck in the shack last week was
Yeah, that was funny.
pretty
That
decent
was
as well.
fun.
Anything
funny.
stick in your mind, Gar, for the tournament?
How embarrassing it was to reload in front of someone's face in a 1v1.
That
game of the
1v1
the
was
very
great.
first game.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
game
was,
one. That was quite the finish. Sweeney, any moments that stand out for you?
I did nothing, to be honest.
I've been
literally
closely
nothing.
watching the
Top
battle
fragger.
on the top fragger leaderboard. Has been close between all you guys throughout, but I think Sweeney edged it in the end there. 43 kills, very impressive indeed. So were there any players or teams particularly? I know you've obviously come out pretty strongly on top, but any players or teams that you found you had a few issues with? I know Timmy popped up out of a bush, surprised you all on Sanok last week. Anyone else you'd say caused you any trouble?
Not
For
really.
me,
Nobody.
Nah.
not really. It was kind of easy. It was kind of raps, what I mean? No disrespect to anybody in the tournament, but yeah, not really scared of anyone.
Fair.
Can't speak for themselves, don't it?
Yeah.
So just before we finish up, now we're coming out at the end of this tournament. Do you think there's anything you would offer as advice or encouragement, not just for people who have played in this, but other people who are, aspiring teams who might look to play in future competitions? Maybe what they should look to focus on to convert their game to playing in leagues and tournaments rather than, just playing normal PUBG.
Just try and learn the teams you're playing against.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of
Play
research
them
in
out.
the people you're playing against.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you know where, I think a lot of teams don't even research where other teams drop, and
Yeah.
we did a lot of that.
Do your
Nice.
homework.
Massive shout out to the Aussie. No,
Which is nice.
we got like a lot of advice from there, and we had secondary drops that we knew if we felt like we was going to get contested, we'd drop to. So we were never under any pressure because I feel like we got such a lead. Nobody really wanted to try and challenge us because it wouldn't dent our lead really, and they'd just be risking points themselves. And it was such a close race from like 2nd to 6th. So
Yeah, that was that last game was crazy to watch. With RMV just had such a huge game. You see, they were 1 point off taking 3rd in the end. Was really, really hard to see, but they had a pretty quiet first couple of days, so they suffered for that. Well, thanks very much for chatting to me. Congratulations again, Avita, Sweeney, Gar, and the rest of you guys. It's been a pleasure to watch. Hopefully, we'll see you back in the future if we have another tournament.
I'm sure
Thank
we
you.
will.
Take it easy, guys. See you later.
Yeah.
See ya.
Catch you later.
There we go. That is the last word from Team Avita. Congratulations to them again for taking the double. Bring up the leaderboard so you can see it right there. 242 points. 242 points. Just an incredible. Pretty much was that just about double BT in second. So very well played. Avita taking first, BT taking second, and AVR taking the 3rd spot. That is going to be it for today. Big thank you again to PUBG for organizing all of this. I am Ben. I'm from the Beard Guys. I've been your host. And I will see you all next time.